Welcome back for another movie that inspired me to start this podcast. I'm Derrick.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Jack.
This is Bad Movies,
Worst People.
What the fuck is that? Like, did you just go into sex operator mode? I'm Whitney. I can meet you in a taxi cab.
This
in
is my
5
typey type
minutes.
hacker voice.
Exactly.
Time for sexy internet talky talk.
This is how I talk on the phone.
I did hear your wife get her customer service voice on when she was ordering popcorn. Hi, I'll have a large, please. Thanks. It's like, no. She should be giving you that voice. You go up there and just fucking slap your big dick down and order a tub of popcorn.
Is that like getting your roll on?
Get your roll on.
Get your roll on.
Get your freak on.
Get your customer service voice on. Get your motherfucking... It doesn't fit. Too many syllables.
Yep. Yep.
It's going to be good talky
And
talk.
he's
It
the
is.
sober one. He doesn't drink anything today.
I only ate 1 pound of mushrooms. Let's do this.
Oh, man.
No, I'm just doing ecstasy like everybody in this movie without telling us.
Is that what's happening?
I think
Is
so.
that what's going on?
Did you see it?
Yeah. The guy doing the wardrobe's on ecstasy.
Yes.
So,
Dude, I haven't seen this many fucking wallet chains since the first 311 tour.
Oh.
So many fucking metal
I haven't
chains.
seen this many wallet chains since I was in high school.
Yeah, I mean, I wore one, so I can throw these bullets. Throwing bullets? Why would you throw bullets?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Well, you don't want to kill anybody. You just want to scare them away.
It's gonna hurt you real bad.
The movie we're talking about, by the way, is 1995's Hackers, directed
Directed
God,
by.
dude.
You're keeping that in, bitch.
I should have drank.
You
Yeah.
should have.
See what happens?
Now I'm
See what
drinking.
happens, Durka?
Now I'm drinking Matthew Lillard whiskey.
Yeah.
This
Oh yeah.
is Matthew. Cheers.
Tell me about it real quick.
It's called Rogue, and it's from his whiskey brand Quest End, which is pretty good whiskey put in really fancy bottles and sold for too high of a price to nerds like me who want to drink D&D whiskey.
It's almost a little bit Irish whiskey. I don't know.
It's got a little more spice on it though.
Yeah.
I like it.
Amber says it just burns. But it's a good burn.
You're wrong about how you feel.
You're incorrect about what your mouth is feeling.
I don't like the way that tastes. Wrong.
It's just burning and swallowing all those negative thoughts away, all the anxieties.
That's what the burn is. The more
I
anxieties you have, the more it burns.
I never knew a whiskey burned. There it is.
That's why I drink barrel-proof whiskey. I gotta
A lot of
burn all that away.
anxieties, baby.
Yeah.
Big B.
But yes, so this is directed by a guy named Ian Softly. Sure.
Yeah.
Who also directed a couple things, not much, but the only one I recognized was K-Pax, which is
Oh,
awful.
Kevin Spacey,
Yes.
Alien. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't, but he
Yeah.
definitely is.
And it was written by a guy.
Dude, do you want me to give me your notes? I'll fucking read your goddamn notes
Yeah,
from here on
let's
out.
let Jack do
This
it.
is gonna be forever and a day.
It was written. Jack's in a hurry, guys. It was written by a guy named Raphael Moreau, who the only other things he wrote were The Rage, Carrie 2, and some episodes of The Lone Gunman,
Okay.
which was the X-Files spinoff.
I mean, the writing of this movie is mostly just like, tell me where to rollerblade, tell me when to type.
He types in like cool 90s words and then
Uh-huh.
like types in hacky montage.
I do want to talk a bit about the wardrobe. It is an exaggerated version of the 90s. I never lived in New York, especially in the 90s. So I don't know. Is Matthew Lillard's outfit like on point at all?
I think
he's
they're
got-
going with a combination of like what middle-aged white men thought like rave culture was, and also throwing in some like punk rock stuff because these guys are presumably older.
Yeah.
So that's what they're thinking. They're like, I don't know, punk. They wear things they found and mix them together.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a culture of that in New York, but Matthew Lillard's got a not only a rave culture, like you said, little punk rock, a little Mad Max.
Yeah.
He's a little fucking nomadic wanderer.
I mean, he's wearing a fucking pilot's cap in parts of this movie.
Well, he is a nomadic wanderer because he doesn't have a home.
oh, nailed it. That's
Yeah.
right.
he is just
Why doesn't
looking-
he have a home? His mom
Because his
doesn't like him.
parents they missed the Woodstock era, so they're going back or whatever.
Oh man, they just left him in New York to be like the Morlocks under the subway, the mole people.
Yeah,
He's too pretty for that.
Look, he's couch surfing and internet surfing.
I love
you're,
it.
You're gonna hear us talk very lovingly about Matthew Lillard.
I love
At least
him
us two. I'm
so
not sure about
hard.
you, buddy.
I love Matthew Lillard.
All right, good.
That's why we're drinking his whiskey. I'm the one that actually told him about this whiskey.
Tastes like
She's like,
Lillard.
hey, this whiskey exists. And I was like, it's like $150. And she was like, you should buy it.
That's a $150 whiskey.
Yeah.
You should take back what you said about it.
It's way more than it's not. It's not worth that much. But, you know, names, fancy bottles.
No regrets.
Yeah.
No,
It's fine.
definitely. We also have another one on order.
I got the 4-pack of the first 4 they're going to release. So
We're
there's still 2 more
completionists.
coming.
I'm a completionist. Once I open a bottle of whiskey, I have to finish it.
But yeah, so this movie does fit directly into what we're doing here. And it's one of those ones
Wait,
I've
we're
heard.
hacking?
No bad
Enhanced.
movies. Because so it's one of those ones I'd heard other people talk about on other movie podcasts multiple times. It's one of the ones I think everybody talks about. But every time I heard people talk about it, they ended up with "fuck this movie. I hate this movie. I wish it didn't exist."
When
and
did
I
this
was like,
come
"You're
out?
wrong."
I know you said it.
94?
95.
95.
I haven't seen this since 95.
Really?
I have only
Yeah.
seen it like
Oh yeah,
7
this
or
is
8
not
times since
this
then.
is not in my repertoire of rewatches. This is one I watched probably when it went to VHS, maybe even 96,
I'm going to drop some shit down on
and
you.
then never watched it again.
Oh, you're
Mine-
gonna drop some shit on him?
Yeah.
What did
All
you
right.
say? Shit.
I
on
did.
him? Allow me
Let
to
me get on
pretend
the
to
glass
be a
table
table.
My mom fucking loves this movie, and we watched it once a year. She owns
Rad.
it.
Fucking rad. And
Oh, we
say-
should watch that movie too.
I say rad, and I use the word rad because there's rollerblading all over this movie.
Yeah.
Dude, one of the outfits that this guy, what's Dade, stupidest name in the fucking
Dade
Johnny
Murphy.
Lee Miller, also known
So-
as Mr. Angelina Jolie,
Okay, yeah,
For 4 years.
for sure.
for 4 years.
But there's a couple of his outfits where I'm like, yep, I rocked that to school. Those plaid pants, those fucking TRS Lightning rollerblades over his shoulder, and that wallet chain. I didn't bleach my hair much because it didn't take, but I definitely put tiger stripes in it.
But this movie cost $20 million to make.
Worth every
Does
penny.
anybody want to guess how much it made?
7.
14.
Whitney is closest without going over. 7.5 million.
You win both showcases, girl.
7.5 million. It said US, Canada, and worldwide. So I don't know if it didn't go worldwide or if nobody watched it outside the US.
I don't understand why. I mean, like, it was a blast.
I mean,
I've always loved
everybody
this
I
movie.
knew had seen this movie, but I don't think anybody saw it in theaters. I think
Uh-huh.
everybody watched it on VHS.
See,
or
that's
on
that was
TV.
my memories. Like, I don't think I ever went and saw this in theaters or heard about it. It was a blockbuster. Like, what else are we
Yeah.
gonna watch?
I think I saw it on TV.
We already watched Johnny Mnemonic.
It's just the same.
We got to keep the theme going, dude.
Clackety clack, dude.
What's after that is Virtuosity. Just keep it going.
Never saw that one.
Oh, pretty good. It's got your boy Russell Crowe, the Australian. No, Russell
Wait,
Crowe and Denzel.
Wait, I'm like, so which one does it have?
Gerard?
No, it's actually Russell Crowe, the Australian.
Okay.
Sorry, I fuck with
You
him too
fucked-
much.
I know now. I don't know who's who or what's what. I don't know what reality is.
Just remember, Russell Crowe is fighting cancer.
Okay.
Oh, Tugger!
Yeah, I'm flying around between circuit boards here, man. It's a South Park joke.
Oh.
I want to go beat up cancer.
Yeah, Russell Crowe goes around the world fighting people, and then he decides to fight cancer, but he can't find cancer, so he fights a cancer patient instead.
It's classic South Park.
Oh, adult stuff.
Uh-huh.
So the movie starts in Seattle in 1988 with a slow motion suburban SWAT raid.
Yeah.
I looked over at Jack and I was like, I really hope and wish that they filmed this in the neighborhood without telling anybody that what was happening.
Because the dude that's watching his Firebird is selling it where he's like,
Yes,
oh,
he-
shit. Oh, shit. I would love to see everybody else like, Harold, what's going on across the street?
Yeah.
I would love seeing this shit, dude. I would pull up a fucking chair, some
Yep,
popcorn.
Popcorn.
Yeah, I might pull out my gun and keep it down low just in case. I feel like I'm part of the guys. I'd probably smoke a joint because they're already busy.
And we cut to a courtroom, and it's this kind of dumb but funny to me when I was probably 11 when I saw this reveal of like panning across the faces of all these people in the courtroom while this lady's talking about all the crimes this person committed, and then the camera stops because there's no one in frame,
You can see
And then-
spikes of the tips of his hair.
and then it tilts down to this little like 11-year-old kid.
Shitbird.
So the first time I saw it,
Face.
I thought it was going to be somebody with their head down. Like his hairdo, like he's got his head straight on the desk. And it's like, oh, he's just not into this.
Yeah,
But no, he's little. He's
He's
a
a
little
little kid. He
who
was
hacked-
11 years old.
who hacked 1,507 systems and did something Wall Street.
Yeah, crashed some fucking system, something, white people lost money.
He made Wall Street go down 7 points or something, whatever that means. And
Couldn't
so
tell
they
ya.
fine his parents $45,000. I'm
Yep.
like, I don't know what 7 points means, but I think it's more than $45,000.
Yeah. Fucking $45,000, man. Put this kid in some camp breaking rocks.
I didn't write down who this kid was because he's in this one shot.
Yeah.
But
Not even a line, right?
Dade Murphy, Zero Cool and or Crash Override. He's got 3 names in this movie.
Uh-huh.
Is played by Johnny Lee Miller, like Whitney said,
Woo!
who people would probably know from Trainspotting,
Yes.
maybe Elementary, because he was Sherlock Holmes on the show Elementary for 7 or 8 years or some
Couldn't
shit.
tell you.
We watched it all, but I don't remember.
His dialect coach is definitely Christopher Lambert because he's hiding a thick Scottish accent, and it comes out sometimes like, okay, it's everything is okay.
It's my girlfriend.
It's my girlfriend.
Yeah, go watch Trainspotting and try to understand anything anybody's saying, and then watch this. You can see why he had to
Well,
hide
did I hack
that.
the planet? I'm from Seattle.
He's doing his best Benedict Cumberbatch American.
Yeah.
It comes
I'm
across.
so American, guys.
I like jazz. Oh, we got a little Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, I like jazz.
I like
Wait a minute. No, I don't.
My breakfast is mostly made of sugar.
Hey, you know who I like is that serial killer guy. He's got it right. Killing Fruit Loops. Yeah, brother.
Oh, speaking of sugar for breakfast, what does he have for breakfast?
Fucking Coke. Not cocaine. Like
Maybe.
Coca-Cola. Which is
Coke
all over
feet.
this movie.
Yeah, there's
There is-
Coca-Cola all
Dude, there's
over
at
this.
one point, what's her name? Lorraine Bracco.
Yeah.
She's in this movie, by the way. She's sitting down in a chair and somebody leans in, like kind of out of frame, but puts their arm next to her, and they put that Coke label out for no
Oh, yeah.
good reason.
Oh, and on top of the $45,000 fine, he's banned from any
Computers,
computers or touch-tone phones
touch-tone
until his
phones.
18th birthday.
He's over there fucking calling up shorties on the rotary.
And we cut to his 18th birthday, and what's he doing right away?
He got a
Hacky hack,
laptop.
typey type.
Yep.
Yep.
Internet type.
It's hackery.
And the opening theme song, Whitney was jamming out too, even though I know her to hate techno.
I do hate techno, but it was Crystal
But-
Method.
No, the opening song is not Crystal Method.
Oh.
The opening song is Orbital, Halcyon,
Yeah.
On and On.
Guess you didn't know.
I didn't
I
know.
guess you didn't know.
That's later.
I guess you didn't know.
That song, it's not that song.
No, it's
right?
not.
But
I
it's
just-
Crystal Method
That's-
is later
that's
in this.
the techno song.
Yeah.
Either that or Sandstorm Darude.
I only know this song's name because it's also, I believe, the outro music, like the credits music on Mortal Kombat, which also came
Well,
out that year.
I also love the
Ooh.
soundtrack to Spawn.
Does that have a lot of techno?
Yep.
I remember nu metal.
It's got techno in it too.
I'm sure Crystal
It-
Method's on
it
there.
So
is.
we're talking about the music. Let me say this: we've talked about shows or movies before that do not drip with the right music.
Correct.
Like you're trying to be 90s nostalgic. This hits it.
Yeah.
This is whether you like
1000%
techno or
on my
not.
head. Well, back then I did because I was going to raves.
Sure, but I'm saying it for myself.
Well,
I'm
not
not. I'm not a
95.
huge techno fan by any means. But there are some of these ones that I know so well that I'm having a good time because I know it's only a 15, 30-second clip of it.
Yeah.
But it's hitting the music I want from a 90s movie.
Especially a 90s movie about hacker kids who were
'Cause-
hanging out
right.
at raves all
It
the
That's
would
time.
be
all they
like
fucking
trying to do an
listen to.
80s movie without logins. Get fucked.
Like when they go to Cyberdelia, which is basically the place where the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or the Foot Clan was hanging out in Teenage
Yep.
Mutant Ninja
I was
Turtles.
waiting for a fucking young, unknown Sam Rockwell to pop
Although
out.
it's not, they built that shit. Like they were in England and they built that whole set in some like abandoned pool that was also a national landmark ?
Ooh, big question mark on that, pal.
Yeah, I don't. Even the guy, I don't know if it was the director or the set designer, because I read a little thing where he was talking about it. He's like, for some unknown reason, this is a national landmark, so we had to be very careful not to destroy anything.
Let's put a skate park in it. Fuck you, England.
So yeah, he's hacking. He's taking over a TV station. He does call into this guy to get the phone number for the modems, and it's funny because it's the 90s, and this guy knows nothing about computers. He's like, I turn it on, I type.
Well,
so he
he's
calls
even
in.
dropping names too. He's like, I'm Eddie Vedder.
Yes, I'm Mr. Eddie Vedder.
I need the AOL number.
My
AWOL.
BLT drive went AWOL.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you can't say AWOL.
No.
All right.
Because
But
he's
yeah.
trying to be that much of a nerd.
I love that he cuts off this dude. He cuts off because he's on like presumably public access.
Yeah.
And it's just some Alex Jones-esque motherfucker yelling at the TV about American Indians and Latinos.
So-called American Indians.
So-called American Indians. Latinos and blacks are of an inferior genetic stock and blah, blah, blah.
Bleep right off.
But
Go
it's
fuck
this
yourself.
big old fat dude, too, which just reminds me of the memes going around when Trump was elected and all these guys started wearing Nazi uniforms in public and thinking
There
were
was
cool.
that giant blob of a
There's
human.
that big fat dude with the little hat with the spike on it, and it was like, this guy thinks he's genetically superior to anyone.
Yeah.
The guy has no chin. It was great. Go look it up. I'm sure you can
Well,
find
he
it.
doesn't want a chin. He thinks it's a Chinese name. He's racist, dude.
But yeah, so yak, get a job. He shuts this dude off for the Outer Limits, which is a better choice.
Much better.
And he gets hacked. So his computer screen is all black and green, as computers,
Very
a lot
DOS.
of words computers were. But suddenly you've got like graphics and flashy stuff and all this stuff going on because hacker. And
Yeah.
this other person, Acid Burn, is interrupting, and they have a tape off.
And there was a TV fight.
I mean, they're trying to they're changing the tapes, right? They're
Yeah.
changing what's on TV. But what we see is these two little TV robots just taking the same tape back and forth. And that's all the best way to describe it. TV
Is,
It
this,
is.
is this how TV channels worked?
I think it's probably pretty accurate because like you had everything on. Like, you didn't have hard drives that were going to hold all this stuff.
Sure.
Like now they're
Yeah.
just playing it all digitally.
It used to be a person, and they're like, now we got a robot for that.
Yeah, I'm sure, especially a big station probably had, I need tape number B17, and it was like,
Yeah.
bzz, bzz, bzz.
And this movie is definitely leaning on the technology taking over and making man a little bit obsolete.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, there's a line later like switch the ballast control to manual. That doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, which
Which
it does.
would. It
Yeah.
does.
It's called a failsafe.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he had to protect his worm.
But they have a little fight.
That's why you
She's-
wear a cup.
She's doing or a
A
condom.
condom?
You know what? Yeah, I accept that answer.
She being Acid Burn, which we don't know yet, but it's Angelina Jolie.
Sure.
What?
She's typing in the most annoying 90s type shit that I hated when you were
The
chatting with
letters,
people.
like
Just
RU?
U, R, and B, and 4, and like the number 4. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, you're not that clever. You're not that cute.
It's not
Well,
saving
she
you.
is that cute.
It's not saving you very much time, especially if you're supposed to be a hacker. You can type fast. You
Yeah.
can type
Not-
ARE
But
almost
that's
as fast as
that's
you can
her
just
show
type.
off. She's like, look, I don't need your fucking language. I got my own.
Yeah, I think that was kind of the thing. People were just like, because I chatted on the internet with people all the time, mostly I think people my age, as far as I know,
ASL?
and yeah, ASL all the time.
AIM.
Oh yeah, all over AIM.
Yahoo!
Heck yeah.
That's what I did.
I had fucking dude. I fucking get you off my buddy list so quick.
Whitney would have hated me because on AOL Instant Messenger, my little you'd have the little logo in the corner, the little picture, little GIF that would play.
Yeah.
Mine was Peter Griffin on the ground
God.
holding his knee and just rocking back and forth. It doesn't have the sound,
I
but
would
it's
never
an
talk to him.
endless loop of Peter just rocking back and forth.
You can hear that image, dude.
I
You
can.
can hear it.
And I would just block.
In another timeline, you guys never met.
Yep.
But she ends up kicking him off the thing, connection terminated, and he just yells at his computer, "Shit on me." Sorry,
Yeah.
shit on me.
Oh shit on me.
Somebody say, "Oh, we already did that joke."
I could pretend to be the table. I did yoga. Just say it. I'm kind of bendy.
So we meet his mom, who's played by Alberta Johnson. And
I did not
thought I
recognize her.
recognized her, but I think it's just because I've seen this movie.
The
a dozen
only thing I
times.
thought of, and I'm pretty sure it's not her, is Terminator 2.
No.
Your stepmom's dead.
Who?
No, I don't think so. I didn't see that.
That's
the mom.
that's who I thought of.
Yeah,
What
I-
the fuck is your stepmom's dead?
In Terminator 2, Edward Furlong is, well, obviously it's not his real mom, it's his foster parents. They call and they're like, the dog's barking, and what's got Woofy? What's your dog's name? Max. Why is Woofy barking?
The foster
yeah,
parents are dead.
The foster parents are dead. Come with me if you want the shit.
Somebody say.
Good.
But
Who's
yeah,
back?
it looks like she was in a bunch of La Femme Nikita, but like
Oh, the
other than
show?
that, yeah,
Okay.
I didn't recognize much else on her credits.
Yeah, talk about USA.
She
all
played
night.
Madeline AI.
So
Whatever the
that
fuck that
character
is.
comes back as AI.
Yeah, I didn't watch the show.
Intriguing.
I watched wrestling, and it was always on right after wrestling because they're like, "Stay tuned for La Femme Nikita, sexy sex stuff." And I was like,
little boys not have porn but still want to play with your pee-pees?
I think that was the plan, but to me, I was like, well, the men in underwear are done rubbing against each other. Why would I say tuned? And I turned it off.
I'm not feeling very sexy right now. I just watched fucking, what's his name? Brutus Beefcake slam the fucking British Bulldog.
She's kind of talking shit about him because she's on the phone, pretending to be on the phone. I don't know. It looked like she was really on it.
Yeah.
But she's like, yeah, he's been on the computer all night, all week. Yeah, he could be playing with himself.
I don't know. Let me
think it's
ask
the
him.
dad.
Do you like girls?
okay.
No, she's pretending to call somebody.
Oh,
Because
okay.
he's
She
I
does
didn't-
start with like, can I get the electricity just turned off to his room so he'll go to fucking sleep?
Yeah, okay. I took it as she wasn't selling me on a fake combo. That sarcasm should be dripping.
But it does kind of establish that they have a good relationship, even
Yeah.
though he kind of ruined her life.
I mean, he's
Because
a
like
genius.
after all that shit happened, then his parents got divorced, and
well, separated and then together and then divorced.
I mean, he did choose to live with her, so I guess she's the good one.
I mean,
Yeah.
boys will be boys. No, the custody was being forced upon them. I don't want this kid. I don't want this kid. One of you has to take this kid.
No, they say he chose.
I know, but mine's funnier.
Okay,
If the court just forced custody upon you,
this is your kid now.
I don't
Look,
want
does
it,
anybody in the courtroom want this kid?
The kid's just looking around like, anybody? Anybody? What's your internet connection like over there?
I want to know, after 7 years of not playing on computers and how much shit expanded, like how fast shit
How
grew,
quick technology moves.
how did he just
I don't. I
Jump
mean,
right
I was
into
thinking
it.
about that while we were watching this, but also like technology changes at like an exponential rate. So at first it's a lot slower. Like now it's
Yeah.
like year to year you can't keep up. But
It
back
was
then,
like
I mean,
that
back
in the
then they
90s.
were impressed by a 28.8 modem.
He
which
he
is
could easily
garbage. So
he could easily have magazines for like Wired or
You're
whatever the
talking
fuck
from
is out.
88 to 95. That's a huge. He just kept
He's got
watching the
magazines.
magazines.
Or he fucking still got on the internet.
yeah,
I mean, he could just go to the library or somebody's house and just not sign in as Zero Cool,
Yeah,
which is a great
Guest.
handle, by the way.
because you have
I
zero
very
cool.
much like it.
yeah.
Yeah, because your nickname's Zero, and that's
I mean,
cool.
when I was a kid, I
Zero
liked
cool.
it because some of my screen names were Zero Cool, like 69 or something.
What a nerd.
I don't
do
know.
not like his other name, Crash Override.
Well, he had to come up with one on the spot.
Come up with something better than that.
How else are you gonna have crash and burn, man?
But so
Yeah.
he goes to school the next day. He meets Angelina Jolie and immediately has weird, sexy daydreams. Like
'Cause this
at
is
the
a guy that's-
beginning, he's having these really weird, like hallucination cutaway things, like the TV stations.
Because it's him being at home watching TV or being online all day. So now he sees her lips and he's like, oh, let me think of all the other lips I've jacked off to before. Like he's having just this weird fucking reaction of replaying all the arousals in his mind.
yeah, but that's dropped pretty quick.
Yeah.
It happens in the first couple
Because
scenes.
now he's not looking at that stuff online. He's
Yeah,
looking at her.
Now he jacks off to her for real.
Yeah.
Or just has wet dreams.
well, it's potato, potato.
Well, wet dreams are involuntary.
Are they?
Are they?
Are they?
I guess it depends on if you're doing like that.
I don't know.
Uh,
I've had some where I'm like, the fuck?
Lucid dreams.
Yeah, lucid dreams. That's what I was trying to think of.
Don't look at me in that tone of voice.
But yeah, so she's showing him around the school. She's like, "This is your class. You mean I'm not in your class? No,
No,
you're
You
not.
definitely are not in my class.
Burn, crash, burn.
Don't forget to tell him about the pool, man.
Yeah. The old pool trick sends him up to the roof for the Olympic-sized pool, and all the nerds are up there.
I thought for a second she was gonna do like the there's a pool up there. Why don't you take your clothes off and I'll meet you up there in no time. And there's everybody just watching him.
And conveniently, when he gets locked on the roof, it starts raining.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's Unork.
Unork.
It's
Yep,
you, Nork.
It's Unork, and it rains all
You know
the
that
time.
old song?
Man, I can't believe
Unork,
I'm the best at the talkie
Unork.
talks today. That's crazy.
But yeah, he goes up there, it rains on him, and he comes back down, and she's like, "Looks like you found the pool."
He actually found it, dude.
But he gets them. He gets some good. Gets
Yeah.
some
Real
fuckers.
good. Well, first he's in class switching his
All of his classes are
classes
hers.
to hers. And
Yeah,
that's when
and-
we get Freak, whose the actor's name I do not know.
Renoli Santiago.
Renoli Santiago, we do know from
We
Con
just
Air.
talked
Con
about Con
Air.
Air.
And Dangerous Minds.
and Dangerous Minds. Con Air, more importantly,
Yeah.
because he's got that dress, like gives him the N16. Go scratch somebody's eyes out.
Well, because
Who's on it?
I'll sit down and watch Con Air just about any day of the week.
Yep.
I might watch Dangerous Minds sometime, but probably not.
I'll probably watch it one more time in my life
Yeah.
and be okay. It's very
I
much like
remember
Ferris
loving it.
Bueller's Day Off. I probably don't ever need to watch that again.
Yeah.
But if I did, I'm not mad if I do, but I'm not rushing out to see it. Same with Dangerous Minds, dude. If I came over here and you had it on, I'm like, cool. I'll watch this fucking chick give candy bars to her kids. Diabetes.
I remember loving Dangerous Minds back in the day.
You know why? That fucking banging ass Coolio song. First time the most my life never knew. And we got from that the Weird Al banger,
Yeah.
Amish Paradise.
Amish Paradise.
And now your turn.
Yes.
Wow.
I don't know why it's
Michael McDonald.
no. Well, yeah. That's not who I was thinking of though.
A deaf mute.
I see you.
That guy that sings all weird.
Aaron Neville.
Yeah, there you go.
don't know much.
That's what I was thinking of.
I don't know how about you, and that may be all that I
We've been
need.
spending most of our lives living in a gangster's paradise.
If my mama thinks that my mind is gone, because I've been laughing and rapping so long.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so they're leaving class. Freak's trying to talk to him. They also meet Joey, who's played by Jesse Bradford, who was
Sponsored by Marlboro.
He was in Bring It On.
Bring It On, Swim Fan, Flags of Our Fathers. I don't know. The only one on his list of credits that I have seen is Bring It On, and I couldn't tell you who he was in that.
He was
the guy.
he's the brother that Kirsten falls in love with.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that storyline either.
Mm.
I remember people were doing cheerleading stuff.
With Elijah Dushku.
Was she in that?
It's her brother.
I literally don't remember anything.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I remember
Oh, we're watching it.
there
No,
was
we're not.
cheerleader dancing
Yeah, we are.
fights.
You can't make me.
I think I can't.
Next week we're doing an episode on Bring It On.
Bring It On.
I'm calling my union rep. I'm unionizing podcast, dude.
All right, we'll do. How about we do that next year for Shipper Month? Because they're all in high school.
If we do that, I get to give you guys one to torture you with.
Okay.
Oh, speaking
I'm
of them,
gonna think on it though. But
speaking
it's probably
of those
gonna be Bagger
people all
Vance.
being in high school, these people are all supposed to be in high school. Jesse Bradford is 16.
They're all seniors except
Yeah.
for Jesse.
Jesse Bradford, Joey is 16. Everybody else, I think Johnny Lee Miller was 23. Angelina Jolie is 21. Matthew Lillard's like 24.
Yeah.
They did a good job because they're all playing 18-year-olds. At least they're not in their 30s like Toby fucking
Well,
Maguire.
they have to be. At least Angelina Jolie has to be playing an 18-year-old.
Yeah,
showing
she
off
has
her
to.
nerps.
Yeah, her
Twice.
beautiful titties.
Oh, I thought it was 3.
Was there 3? I
I
only
think we
saw
get a
2.
flash on another one, but definitely 2. I was there for that.
So they go to Cyberdelia, which is
Just trying to get a fucking sandwich.
yeah. It sounds like you just download delicious sandwiches.
Oh, Ruben, you dog.
And we meet Matthew Lillard there, who plays serial killer Eugene Bradford or some shit, but it doesn't matter.
Goldstein.
Eugene Bradford is Ziggy. Ziggy is
Spike
Iggy. Yeah.
or Iggy. Yeah.
Ignatius.
Fisher Stevens is Eugene.
Oh, okay.
He's something Goldstein. Edmund?
Emmanuel Goldstein.
Emmanuel
Goldstein, yeah.
Yeah.
But you only hear that in class.
In
And that could
one
be a
time,
fake
yeah.
And
name.
after that, it's all serial killer.
Yeah.
Or cereal.
Because he eats Fruit Loops.
Yep.
Who's, I guess, this is one of those stupid things. So most of the trivia about this was based on people who just love the idea of hackers, not the movie, but hackers in general.
Uh-huh.
So it was all just like, well, this computer thing was real and that was this. But apparently serial killer is based on a real hacker who went by the name Captain Crunch.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if he helped write the script.
No,
There was
he
a
never got caught.
real hacker who was a consultant, an uncredited consultant.
There you go. Well, yeah,
but
he'd have to
I
Wait,
don't
was
remember who
he-
it was.
Anonymous.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, Matthew Lillard, if you don't know, from Scream, SLC Punk, My Fantasies.
13 Ghosts.
Scooby Doo.
Yeah, I guess I could say that because he's the best part of that
That
movie.
first one is really good. And you know who did that? It's James Gunn.
He wrote it, and then it was taken away and rewritten, but yeah.
Oh, okay. But it still remains as a good movie. Well, I haven't seen it in a while,
Yeah.
but I remember when it came out, I was very much against it and then loved it. Also,
Well,
it's
you
got
know-
Linda Cardellini. You know what I mean? Fucking come on.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
come
yeah.
on,
Come
Grandma's
on.
boy.
It's got Linda Cardellini, it's got Buffy, it's got Matthew Lillard.
I
It's
care
got
less
Buffy's
about Buffy.
husband.
I could watch Matthew Lillard and Linda Cardellini go on whatever adventures they want to.
Dude, I saw this great clip, like a reel
Can
or
they
something.
also be Velma and Shaggy?
It's up to them. I'm not going to force that.
But I saw this reel of some part of some interview where it's like talking to Sarah Michelle Gellar about that movie, and she's like, "Oh, it's just like it's a very original cartoon that had like ideas of themes and that." She's giving it all this like weight, and then it cuts to Freddie Prinze Jr. He's like, "It's got a talking dog."
Cut, print, wrap.
Her husband's not the brightest tool in the shed.
He's a handsome boy.
They're still married too.
Good.
Oh,
Good
is
for
that her
her.
27
husband?
years. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You say that as if I would know or care.
27 years.
The
They've been
only
together.
reason I know Johnny Lee Miller and Angelina Jolie were married is because you've told me, and the trivia told me that it was for 4 years.
The Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar have characters they both voice in Star Wars Rebels that duel each other. And they have little quips back and forth. Very cute. You should watch it.
Should I?
Rebels is the best story that Disney has told.
Better than Andor?
Story wise, yeah, it's much more rich in lore. 'Cause it's a cartoon. You
Yeah.
got a lot of fucking leeway.
All right. I'm doing it for her. So
She
serial,
was distracted. We could have talked about Star Wars forever.
serial killer is selling a mixtape of artists who asphyxiated on their own vomit, which is a fun, fun thing to
That
mention.
is fun.
Because he starts with Janis Joplin and then Jimi Hendrix, and then he goes to Belushi.
Yeah,
It's like, wait, like does Belushi have a record that I don't know about?
I'm sure he got that Blues Brothers shit going on.
Or is he talking about that?
Probably.
Yeah,
Just songs from the Blues Brothers soundtrack.
fucking one of my favorite musicals, if not my favorite.
Yeah.
Love it. Yo, I am in the mood for like a really juicy IPA, and I don't see any in the fridge.
Yeah, I think I'm all out, but I do know a place we can go get some more.
Let's go to the Arizona Beer House.
Arizona Beer House. They have 34 taps. There's like almost 800 cans and bottles that you can drink in-house or take to go. And it's conveniently located at Broadway and Kolb, 150 South Kolb in Tucson, Arizona.
I'll tell you what, I'd tap that.
Let's head down to Arizona Beer House right now.
Let's go. I'll drive.
First pint's on me, guys.
All right.
Sharks of the Corn? Virus shark? Cocaine shark? Sharktopus? Yeah, those are all real movies. Join me, Steve Coates, as each week I take a comedic look at the bizarre world of sharksploitation cinema on Bucket of Chum, the Shark Movie Podcast.
They go in. Johnny Lee Miller sees Angelina Jolie playing this video game. I think it's just like Wipeout. That's what it looks like.
Oh, I didn't recognize it at all.
But it's a standing game.
But it's like a big stand-up thing, yeah, with a big screen. Kind of cool. It was a 90s thing. I remember seeing him, like, not in Tucson, but at, like, when we went to, like, what do they call it? At Disney World had a thing called Disney Quest. That was like a 5-story arcade, and they had shit like this in there.
Dope.
Yeah. My parents dropped us off there, and then they were like, we're going to go to Adult Island, or whatever the fuck they call it, and they got drunk all day.
It's a bar.
Well, there's like literally a series of bars that are all Disney owned, but it's like only adults can go there.
Ooh.
So you drop your kids off at Disney Quest unsupervised all day, and then you go get drunk.
Fucking beautiful plan.
The 90s
well
are
done,
great.
Disney.
Yeah.
90s are great. Look at this movie.
But yeah, he challenges her. He's like, that's a nice score for a girl, which I don't think is something he really thinks. I think he just knows it's going to piss her off.
Exactly. He's baiting that hook. He's been busy baiting all day, and it's time to bait the hook.
And then he does do better than her.
He does.
It looks like I'm on top.
Ooh.
Oh, you just made an enemy for life.
Dude, she takes her stormtrooper boots and she is fucking out of here.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about the clothes. She's wearing motorcycle gear most of this movie, as is he. But she
Him
gets
more
on a
so.
motorcycle. The only time we see her on a motorcycle, she's just wearing a white leotard.
Well,
The
no,
rest of the
no, she has shin guards.
Okay.
Because
And a
most
helmet
importantly,
in her
is-
hand over her
yeah,
shoulder.
don't put the helmet on. Keep your shins safe, dude, on a motorcycle.
Well, she can't put the helmet on. It'll fuck up that terrible haircut she has.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Terrible haircut. She's still hot in it.
This is one of the only times I ever thought she was hot.
Really?
Yeah, she just didn't
Oh,
do it for me.
I've kind of had a thing for her for a long
It's
time.
gone in 60 seconds also.
Girl interrupted.
Oh, with the dreadlocks.
It's always the hair that ruins it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved Girl Interrupted. Gia, she's got short hair in Gia.
Shows her nerfs too, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know because I saw that scene. That's all I saw.
You see that movie? I saw that scene.
I saw what I needed to
I
see.
got what I needed.
But he gets his revenge the next day at school because he schedules a sprinkler test. Standing in the hallway, puts up an umbrella while Freak's watching him.
Which, dude, cool move, but every teacher's like, why do you have that umbrella out, you little shit? Did you see this coming?
I mean, he could just be like, I don't know, yesterday I got locked on the roof and it rained, so I brought it just in case.
I like it. I like the work you're
There you
doing.
go.
But you put it up just in time. How do you know? Were you out of class, Teach?
Yeah. What are you doing? Who's on trial here?
Playing hooky?
Me or you, Teach? Sniffing around the boys' room again?
Ooh.
But she comes walking by all wet and angry, which is just how you like her. And it's like, pool on the roof must have a leak. Boom, walks out. It's a good one.
It is a good one.
So there's like this stupid scene that doesn't really matter, except we learn Emmanuel Goldstein. I guess it kind of sets up who they are as people, but like
that's exactly what it is.
Quote
dude.
off.
Everyone has to write a quote or a poem.
And this is supposed to be advanced English because he has to be switched himself into. But they're just writing a quote from poetry on the screen.
Maybe the
or on
teacher,
the board.
the screen.
Okay,
Maybe the
but they
teacher
also
wants
have
to
to
get
do
to
it
know
from
him.
memory.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'd
Johnny Lee Miller's like, look how cool I am, how alternative I am. I wrote Ginsberg stuff.
Angelina Jolie writes her mom's quote.
Yeah.
What? And it's like, what did it say? God gave man a bigger brain than a dog, so they won't
wouldn't
hump your
our
leg
leg.
at
Yeah.
a cocktail party.
Yeah.
Didn't work out.
And
didn't work out.
Emmanuel's was it was an Aussie quote.
All the things I've lost, I miss my mind the most.
Yes.
But also, if you look at the board, it took me a minute because his handwriting is chicken scratch, which it would be. But he's literally got, like, instead of I, he drew an I, and it said, instead of miss, it was MS, period. Like, that's the only part of the quote I could see because it's right behind him. So he's just doing, like, abbreviations and chicken scratch.
He's hacker talk, dude.
Yeah.
Hacker talk. You don't speak it.
Hackety hack, typey type. But yeah, back at Cyberdelia, they're hanging out looking at cool
I'm never
computer
gonna
books.
I'm never gonna get like okay with that.
They're hanging out looking at cool computer books, which are real, according to the internet.
Okay.
Not just the IMDb trivia. I'm in a group on Facebook because I knew we were going to do this movie eventually.
Yeah.
That's like a hackers
Yeah,
fan
you know
group.
what? Hold on, Whitney. He's been in this group since the date was created.
No.
He's not only a member; he's the president of the hackers
No,
fan club.
I joined about a
probably.
year ago. It was a hackers like fan group, and it, like this is what I'm
I
talking
wish
about.
I was a hacker because I'd go in there and check your fucking history and prove you're lying.
It's all these people just talking about all this hackery stuff. They're like, well, I did this and that, and I like this computer because the movie, and I don't know. Shut up.
Shut it.
And you know what? I'm going to post this episode, a link to this episode in that group, and then they're going to hear that, and then they're going to like hack me, but it's
Oh
fine.
no.
But they have
Damn
these
it, they're gonna know what
books.
kind of porn I watch. All of it.
they call
No
them
one
the
knows what I
Crayola
watch.
books, but it's like a bunch of books that I guess were published by the DoD about like computer hacky stuff.
Well, and it's kind of Matthew Lillard testing because no one knows him. No one has any idea that he was zero cool
Yeah.
and that he
Right.
did this thing, yada yada. So it's everyone he's pulling out. He's like, what about this one? He's like, well, that's the IBM. Well, that's the DoD. Well, that's NSA. And
Yeah.
It's also
Yeah.
known as the ugly book because it doesn't fit on any shelf.
I'm glad they said that because they pulled out. I was like, what? Who the fuck made it that size? It's an absurd fucking book. It doesn't go in your glove compartment.
Well,
It
you've
doesn't
got to
go on your
have
fucking
big pages
desk.
so you can see all these cool 3D images of what computer hacking looks like.
Oh, it's like the magic eye.
Yeah.
I need the secret code. Relax your eyes. Relax your eyes. Life's on the line, dude. Relax your eyes and look at that picture. It's a 13. All right.
So Joey tells them that he
It's
hacked.
a schooner.
It's not a
It's not a
sailboat.
sailboat. It's a scooter. Stupid.
Schooner is a sailboat, dickhead.
You know
He
what?
just says dummy.
There is no Easter Bunny.
That guy over there. He's just a guy in a suit. I've always wanted to yell that
Is
at a
that
kid.
Ethan's?
Ethan
Yep.
Embry, or not Ethan Embry.
Suppley?
Ethan Suppley.
Suppley.
Ethan.
I'm rewatching.
Yes.
What am I rewatching?
You're
here?
rewatching
Raising
Raising
Hope.
Hope.
And he's in it, and he's the thin one,
Oh.
and the thin version. At one point, they're like yelling at each other, and she goes, Martha Plimpton says, "Your husband looks like that fat guy that was on My Name Is or Mallrats." Like definitely calls it out. Like, all right, little meta joke.
But yeah, so Joey tells them a story about fucking around with some bank computer, and they're like, "Dude, don't do that shit from your house." And he's like, "Well, you guys didn't tell me." I'm like,
How am I supposed to know if you don't tell me things?
That seems, I don't know, obvious.
Yeah, I know you're a baby hacker, and you also have 2 cigarettes going, one in each hand
Dude,
right
this
now.
kid is just puffing on
Bouncing.
cigarettes.
Look,
through
I
the whole
understand being
movie.
at 16, dude. I was immortal. I chain
He
smoked
was
all
really
the time.
smoking too.
But guess what? One at a time. You fucking amateur.
Apparently, the 4 most used passwords are love, secret, God, and sex.
Yep.
And not in that order.
That's stupid.
Oh, what's his name? Serial gives us one of his catchphrases. Like, that's stupid, man. Universally stupid.
But to be a cool guy and be part of their group and wear leopard skin shirts, you have to do a righteous hack.
He tries to give himself a handle. He's like, what about like, I can't
Dr.
remember any
Doom.
crazy laser.
Ultra laser.
Ultra. I like mine better. Dr. Doom makes sense, but
Yeah.
you think that you're going to be Dr. Doom? You're going to be Dr. Doom 419.
Not if you're the first one.
He's not.
He's a hacker. He just deleted the
No.
other guy.
No
You'd be-
way. No
what is
way.
it?
Dr. Doom's a dope ass hacker. punk.
616.
Or yeah,
Oh,
he's,
yeah.
he's from Earth 616.
Yeah, Dr. Doom. See, now
He's
it's a fucking
fucking rubbing
nerdy
off
ass
onto me.
thing. Yeah, he has been. Look, did your wife sitting over here understanding Marvel references, Star Wars references? Pretty soon she's gonna forget about Bring It On.
Let me put that in my
That's
calendar.
it.
But yeah, they're talking about hacking a Gibson, which is like a big supercomputer.
It's a guitar.
Matthew Lillard is rubbing his nipples thinking about it.
Yeah, we get some Lillard
Ooh.
nips.
Oh, we get Lillard nips, butt crack, pubic hair, midriff galore,
Oh, he's wearing cutoff shirts this entire time.
and no underwear.
No, he was wearing underwear.
Not all the time.
Oh, no, not all.
Not
the
when he's
time.
under that
Oh.
lady's desk.
Yes, he is, because
No,
you can
he's
see them.
he's got
Oh.
he's got it both sagging.
Okay.
I do love his hair. If we want to talk about that really quickly,
The quad braid.
it's quad braids, all uneven and just all over the place, and it's a dumb hairstyle that he looks great in.
It looks like he braided it himself, especially when he only has the two braids when they go out.
Uh-huh.
It looked like he probably did. If I know Matthew Lillard,
The
which I do,
makeup,
And
the
I
makeup
think I
people
do.
were like, "We can do it." He's like, "Nah."
he's
Nah,
very
I got
method.
you, fam.
When he did Shaggy, he screamed for like 4 hours a day for like a month.
Hold on, I
You
don't
can't
think
just do this, man.
I don't think
Yeah.
that's method. That's like zoinks. I gotta get my voice right, and I'm doing something, but he like that's not method acting. That's just trying to roach your throat.
He was
Yeah.
just screaming because he was in Scooby Doo.
My co-star's a fucking CGI dog. Oh man.
I love
Yeah,
him.
so
I love him
we get a hacking scene. This is what most of the movie is. It's zoomy zoom computer
You
stuff.
could take 25 minutes out of
E
this
equals
movie.
MC squared 3C equals 2594.
So we get a couple different equations that float around. We get what you're talking about, where the circuit board is a cityscape
Yep.
and fucking just zip zap through it. And then there's another one that the shot I really like
The
is
tools?
the tunnel,
Oh.
going through the tunnel of circuit boards.
Yeah.
That's actually a really fucking cool shot. It's these other two they reuse way too fucking much.
And what about the worm?
The worm's all right. The worm's okay. You went to it too much.
Yeah.
Or sorry, they only show it once, but it took too long to build.
And they're doing this like projection thing, like when everybody's on the computer. I get it. It makes it more visually interesting, but it's kind of stupid. Like every time someone's hacking, they're just shining a light on their face with what they're supposed to be looking at.
It's fine. It's
It's a little dumber when it's Fisher Stevens talking to Johnny Lee Miller, because then Johnny Lee Miller just has Fisher Stevens' face on his face. It's the earlier version of Face Off.
yeah. I'm gonna take his face off.
No more drugs for that man.
No more computers for that man. Oh, but I want to play with my computer. Oh, sorry. Oh, I want to play with my computer.
I want to play with my computer.
I would like to play with my computer. She's my girlfriend.
But yeah, so it's Joey hacking the Gibson because he wants to prove himself. We see the security guy, Penn Jillette,
Penn Jillette.
who's credited as Hal, even though they never say that.
Oh, God.
I'm going to assume it's like a ham-handed HAL 9000.
Yeah.
Sure, because he doesn't leave that fucking room. He
Yeah.
is the mainframe.
Yeah. And we meet Fisher
I'm sorry,
Stevens
Fisher Stevens. I can't do that.
playing the Plague.
Don't call me Eugene.
Skateboarding, hacker, security,
I can't remember his last
Officer
name.
Bradford.
Bradford, because I found it very funny when somebody calls Mr. Bradford. I told you not to call me that. Call me the Plague, Mr. the Plague.
It's right now.
Mr.
It's
the
when
Plague.
Penn Jillette's calling him Mr. the Plague.
Yeah, and there's a couple other times where someone's like, "All right, listen, Mr. the Plague." It's just a fun little fucking stupid
Because
moment.
someone
And-
called him Mr. Plague, and he was like, "It's Mr. the Plague."
Yeah, don't call me Mr. Plague. Mr. Plague was my father.
Also, there's now a virus in your system, and you don't think it's a guy that's the plague.
Yeah, well, but he's on your side. He's supposed to put viruses.
He's
on
definitely
people's
not an evil
computers.
hacker. He's got long black hair and skateboards around in a black
And
trench
it's
coat.
slicked
And a
back.
fucking fur coat too, dude. I mean, this is an early proto grandma's boy.
Dude, this
Yeah.
bed.
I'm thinking about getting robotic legs. It's a risky procedure.
Hey, the Plague. How much do clothes cost in the Matrix?
He's definitely dressing for the Matrix, man. He doesn't know it's coming out soon. In the
Oh, he
next,
does.
5 years?
He got the leak.
He got the leak. Gotcha.
He hacked
He
in.
hacked it. He hacked
Yeah.
it.
So this bed that I know we're not at the bed scene yet, but we kind of get a glimpse of it now. It is a cocaine-fueled nightmare.
This is somebody with way too much money. And as Derrick pointed out, he's not doing cocaine. He's eating copious amounts of sugar.
Yes.
The fucking ghost of fucking Wilford Brimley himself going to come out and be like, boy, you going to give me some diabetes like that, I'll tell you. Good Skittles make a jackrabbit smack the bear.
I was about to do that, but with nerd ropes.
I mean, he's munching candy this entire fucking time. In his little workspace has jars of candy.
What is that green rope
Willy
thing
Wonka.
he was eating?
I think it's going to be like the
Taffy string?
red vine, the red rope.
It's like
Where it's not-
like the Twizzler rope
was
thing.
green.
No, it's red vine that does it,
Okay.
but it's not the twisted.
Yeah, and they
thing.
had
It's
like a candy on the outside that was one color, and then like a powdery candy on the inside.
Oh,
that
see,
was
you're
another
going
color.
even newer than I am. I'm
Oh.
talking about original, just nerd rope, which was just a thicker, hollow red vine
Oh, okay.
without the ridges on the outside.
Oh,
But it
Usually
was-
came in like a big rope where you're supposed to like pull
Whip
some
it?
out and cut it off.
you
Just
could like.
circumcise
Whip
it.
it real good.
I remember
Remember
getting
for real?
those. There was always something you got at like the fair or something. It wasn't like
Uh-huh.
something you bought in a store. It came in like a package. It's like a 3-foot long.
Garth
rope.
is very excited about it. In Wayne's World, they even have the red rope licorice dispenser attached to
Right,
the Mirthmobile.
But this was green.
Sure, green apple.
It's a different flavor, dude.
They have grape.
I love grape.
They have strawberry.
Joey copies a garbage file to prove he was there. They trace his signal.
Because he's not trying to get anything big. He's just like, I want to fuck with them a little bit, and I want to show these guys that I was there. How do you do that? I got their garbage file,
Yeah, because
which should be nothing.
exactly, it's just bits of data. Who cares?
Yeah.
Which is what Freak tells him.
It's supposed
But
to be
then
stuff being thrown away.
Mom comes in and is like, open the door.
Oh,
Open the
God.
door, Joey.
I always like this in movies where people smoke and they try to pretend like they weren't. Motherfucker, I can smell. If anybody in your house right now is smoking in the back room, we would know.
Yeah,
Let alone if you walked in and they sprayed a little Febreze. It ain't that good.
he's like, no, it's Ozium. It's good. It gets rid of the smell completely.
Unless Febreze wants to sponsor us, they ain't that good. I'll change my tune as soon as they put money in my hand.
My parents smoked in the house, and I got busted for smoking in my room.
Yeah.
And I was
Because they
like,
can smell, they're like, that's a menthol.
No, I smoke their cigarettes.
Smells like one of mine. I smell yours. I smell mine. I
Am
smell
I
another
smoking?
one.
I'm not smoking.
Honey, look at me. Am I smoking right now? It's hard to tell.
But I was at least smart and like hung out my bedroom window.
Oh yeah, you weren't smart enough to not smoke, punk.
No, because I was a
smoked
cool.
so much.
I was a cool kid.
I smoke. Yeah, I was so cool. Smoking.
I even
hacking
got
things
told
up.
because one of my friends, he was like, he did not smoke. He thought smoking was disgusting. He's like, you make it look so sexy, and I was just like, why, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hole in my throat is hot.
I don't have a hole in my throat.
Baby, why don't you come over? We can use this hole in my throat for so many things.
By the way, if any of us ever have to have a tracheotomy, we're still doing this.
Oh yeah.
We're
I'll get
joined
a
by our
fucking-
co-host Jax AI.
I'll get a speaking spell.
Hopefully
I'll
you
just
can
fucking-
type.
You know what? I give you permission to reuse my voice and AI that shit any way you can. Some re-speech.
We
Today
have it
we're
here.
joined by Darth Vader. Speaking of Darth Vader, we meet
podcast.
we meet Lord Nikon in Jedi robes,
Yeah.
Yeah, he
who
is.
is played. Oh shit! Hold on, I wrote down what he was in. And I forgot to write down his name.
Please hold. A girl from Ipanema. Sorry, it's a catchy song.
Who is played by Lawrence Mason, who was, I guess, in a good stretch of Prison Break. He's also in The Crow and True Romance.
The Crow
He's
is probably what I
Tintin.
fucking know him from. I mean, I definitely know him from stuff. I just
Yeah.
couldn't nail down what.
But yeah, he's wearing Jedi robes and acting all mysterious when they go to his house, and he's talking shit to Dade.
I still hate that name.
Oh, not as much
That's
as
why
I
said
do.
it. That's why I said it with vitriol.
He's like Dade a pig in the city.
What do you think Dade was short for?
Data.
It's the same length. Datathan.
Ugh.
It was DADE.
Thank you.
I think it's just Dade. If we keep saying it, it's
Where
gonna
was
lose
it
all
It's
from?
meaning.
short for Daedalus.
Were they originally in California or something? Like
Seattle.
Oh yeah,
Seattle.
Seattle.
Then Dade makes sense.
I wonder what date is short for. It's so stupid.
But he's like, does he know anything? Yeah, dude, he's elite.
Yeah.
And on TV, they see Agent Richard Gill, who is their nemesis besides the Plague.
Yeah.
He's a Secret Service agent who is he's played by Wendell Pierce, who
We
is
love
on
Wendell
The
Pierce.
Wire a bunch, but what I know him from is Suits.
Suits. He was.
Suits. I know him from the Jack Ryan series, not the movies. The one with John Krasinski.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's pretty fucking good in that. The movie Ray. He's been in a lot. He's a
on
good.
Suits, he's
the dad.
princess lady's dad.
Oh, he's
Yes.
Meghan Markle's dad.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've never seen that show.
Oh, it's fun.
I've walked in on Kendra watching it a lot.
Did she have clothes on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Surprising, because most of the people in that are sexy.
Oh, everybody's sexy. That main guy,
Ooh.
gorgeous.
Harvey.
Wait, he's in something. He is. Oh, we talked about it before. He's in that fucking. Oh, God damn it! It's the same as Sin City, the sequel to that, or I thought it was a sequel. Spirit.
Oh, the Spirit.
The Spirit. He plays the titular Spirit, and it's funny because his name is Mark Spector.
But yeah, they see that they change the channel to Razor and Blade, who are like these like Asian dudes who do this hacker show where they just scream at the TV a lot and talk about Jolt Cola.
Uh-huh.
It's called Hack the Planet.
Oh, that's how we know in the 90s, man. We got Jolt Cola
Yeah,
in
we do.
Eugene's bed in this fucking show. We got Jolt all over the place.
That's why I was surprised Dade was drinking Coca-Cola for breakfast.
Well, because Joel
Isn't that the same company, though?
It might be, but he's a hacker.
Probably.
It's the drink of hackers. They
his
say
mom
right here.
wasn't letting him do it.
Whoa, Jolt is for sundown, guys. You don't start your day with Jolt. You ease into it with a nice cup of Coke. Boiled Coke.
Do you remember Surge?
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh,
loved
man. You know who
Surge.
loves Surge?
Surge?
Bleep. To the point that he recreated it with the mixtures of juices and other sodas.
Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to
did he
have.
get all that extra caffeine in there though?
No. I
Was
worked,
there alcohol though?
No. This is
That's
pre
what he
this
needs
is
to make
pre-alcohol. I worked at Fuddruckers here in Tucson before it left us, sadly. And that was one of the last places in Tucson, if not the last,
It was the
to have
last place.
Surge. And he would come in and just order a fountain drink and just suck it down.
I didn't like it that much.
Oh, God, he did.
But so Joey is singing in the shower, cheering for himself like he's a rock star. Opens the curtain.
Is this not how you guys shower?
And there's the Secret Service and or SWAT team, whoever these people are.
I just love
The guys in suits are Secret Service.
these guys love to wait for an inopportune time.
Yeah.
All right, we got the house surrounded. He's about to get in the shower. Wait till he's in the shower. Wait till he's done singing and thanking the fake crowd.
So he
then
has
we're
to
gonna
be-
get him with his dick out.
He has to be naked.
Yeah, they're all
Cuff
about
that
they're all
dick.
about theatrics.
Yeah.
Like when they arrest Freak.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all
We're gonna wait
theatrical.
outside of his window.
Until
no one's
his
gonna
mom
call and tell
opens
him.
the blinds.
Yeah. How long were you sitting there with the gun pointed at the window? Like, all right, dude, my arm's getting really tired. No. She's going to open the drape soon. I promise you, it's going to be so fucking cool, man. It's going to be so worth it. You know why I got into SWAT? Theatrics. I didn't take fucking 2 years of drama at Juilliard so I could fucking not do a flashy presentation.
I washed out at Juilliard, so I joined the SWAT team.
I was doing stage combat and I loved it. And I was like, let's try real combat.
I so
With
love it, man.
A little panache.
Gil's sidekick we see here too, who is Mark Anthony, the singer
yeah.
and kind of actor.
Well, kinda. He
was-
seems to be pretty impressed with the hackers.
He
Yeah.
is.
Like
He's
every
dancing
time
with
they're
him,
in
too.
there, every time he's in these scenes, like he did this and he did this, like wow.
Well, they're reading the Hacker Manifesto, which is also real. He's like, "That's fucking cool," and the guy's like, "No, it's not cool. It's commie bullshit."
Fucking pinkos.
Yeah. So then we meet Lorraine Bracco, who's in
Ooh.
Goodfellas.
Yeah,
She plays someone, I don't know, Lorraine Bracco.
yeah.
She
Come
was
on,
also
she's Henry Hill's wife.
No, in this movie, I mean.
Oh,
I can't think of
she's
her character's name in this movie. Madeline.
Maud.
Yeah, I think it's Madeline. She was also in The Medicine Man.
I was really upset for a second that he was not going to know.
No, I know who she
that-
is in
no,
Goodfellas, dude.
yeah, okay. Totally redeemed yourself. You know, she's
Awesome!
also the mom in Blow, which is funny because Ray Liotta's the dad. So
No.
they're back together in Blow. Great fucking
They
movie.
got back together, had a kid. Turns out crime is genetic.
Turns out you can't save your kid from the life.
But yeah, this is when we find out that supposedly the hacker that got into the system planted a virus called Leonardo da Vinci, and it's going to capsize these oil tankers and destroy the Earth, basically.
I want to know the story of the actor playing the Leonardo da Vinci virus, because like
I thought it was Bush.
the day Gavin
Gavin
Rossdale.
Rossdale. I was like, wait, which Bush? Never mind. Got
or
it.
the dude that was like that did this song. Fuck me.
I don't remember that.
I don't know.
song.
I don't rate me.
Fuck me again.
Someone that you used to know.
Oh, Gautier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of looks
I've
like him.
never seen that cat.
Oh, I watched the video.
Okay, fair. Weird flex. No, I think it's a fun, like,
This is weird flex.
weird day of that is a weird day of shooting where it's like stand here and look at the camera and just say these exact lines and look really weird doing it. I'm going to drop a virus. Blah, 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 blah. I'd have fun.
He's the lawnmower man.
What was that motorcycle motion you just did?
She fucking mows the lawn with a Harley. She took that shit to exhibit. Can you make my motorcycle also trim hedges? Say no more, dog.
Hit my John Deere.
I know who plays Lawnmower Man, and it's killing me. Jeff Tahey? Jeff Tahey? I think that's Lawnmower Man.
I know that name.
Yeah, you should. He's got eyebrows.
Oh, okay.
Like
The name
a
has
good
eyebrows?
set of eyebrows, dude. He was most recently in Horizons. He's one of the shitheads that are trying to hunt down and kill innocent Native Americans and sell their
okay.
scalps. He's like the main guy for that.
The robot virus tells them it was $5 million or it's going to capsize 5 ships.
Fahey with an F.
Fucking idiot!
Oh, yeah. Okay.
See them eyebrows?
Oh, that guy is in, well, he's in a bunch of shit, but
Yeah.
he's in Planet Terror, the Robert Rodriguez Grindhouse movie.
Machine Gun Leg.
Yeah, he's the guy that owns like the diner that they're all like holed up in when the zombies are attacking. And
Okay.
shit.
If you're listening and you
He's in
don't
a
know
bunch
the
of
name
horror
Jeff
movies.
Fahey, look him up because you will know at least one thing he's from. It
Yeah.
might even be the show Lost. He's in the later
okay.
seasons of that.
I know he did some horror movies. That's what I know him from.
He's in what's the one? Is it Alita the Battle Angel? Yeah, he's
another
in
Robert
that
Rodriguez.
as well.
Yeah,
Oh, that's Rodriguez as well?
yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
I didn't hate it.
I enjoyed it.
Like I didn't hate it. I just think it needed more.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but I think he got a little neutered on there. But that's another episode. Lorraine Bracco and the Plague are basically, we find
Go
out
on.
they're stealing money. So
They are stupid.
they are stooping. They're stealing money, and he invented the virus to basically shift the blame to this hacker kid because he's like, well, he says later, someone's got to go to jail for 30 years. Do you want it to be them or us?
This is a minor plot from Superman 3.
Yeah, it's literally the same plot that Richard Pryor was doing.
Yeah. They
It's
tried
also-
to
it's
get an
also
office. They tried to get an office
Yeah.
space too.
Take a couple cents off each transaction,
Oh,
and
yeah,
eventually
yeah,
it adds
yeah,
up.
yeah,
No one misses a fraction of a cent.
Yeah.
Like you actually couldn't even
think
trace. You
Richard
personally
Pryor-
couldn't trace a tenth of a cent. Your bank might, but you can't.
Yeah.
I think Richard Pryor says something about slicing the salami. I think that's his metaphor for it. But it's been a long
Slice
time
the
since
planet. That's the Star Wars version.
What is the Richard Pryor?
Superman 3.
Yeah.
I vaguely
Not a strong
remember that
Superman
one.
movie,
No.
but
Better than
worth a
Ford.
watch.
I can picture Pryor in it and his face.
Show me your face.
It's Richard Pryor not doing comedy, which
Thank you.
Doesn't
No.
work.
doesn't work. Yeah.
Thank you. No.
Yeah. Why? It's like putting Kevin Hart in a Borderlands movie and telling him to act serious.
Blech.
Why would you do that? Oh, wait, they did.
He was good.
He
Yeah,
was
they
not.
told him to be serious, and so he didn't get any of the thing you're there for Kevin Hart for. You,
Yep.
not me.
He did his like backy talky
Yeah,
back.
kinda. But
Keep it.
so they
will.
decide to release Joey and follow him to find his friends because they assume he's got an accomplice because they couldn't find the magical disc of information.
He's either really smart or really stupid. Turns out a mixture.
yes,
Because he did hack you, but he also knew to stash the disc like in the air vent with his porn.
And in a carton of
We can't call them Marlboros.
they're not Marlboros.
It was like Max Bro.
Max Bro cigarettes.
Max Bro cigarettes.
no, they were. It's
Smoke
an
this
actual
and date
brand.
rape
It was
people.
like
Lung
3 shades
cancer
of blue.
faster.
When I worked at Osco, I sold these, and I can't remember what they
I didn't
were.
recognize-
It's
Benson
Max
and
Bro, and
Hedges.
it's because you smoke them when you're date raping.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Bro,
Okay, continue.
they're GHB laced cigarettes.
Ooh. Don't get it mixed up with your own.
It's like was it Nick Nolte who just took a bunch of GHB? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a date rape joke. I find that to be a bit of a misnomer. No one's ever tried to rape me. Just, dude, you're
Rape me
microdosing.
again.
You're fucking microdosing yourself with date rape drug. Just
Yeah.
think about where your life is.
I mean, he's an Ugnaught.
Yeah,
That's cool.
he is. I'm so happy your husband knows an Ugnaught.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
little
you?
pig people from Star Wars. Very excited.
They have these guys monitoring him. It's Mark Anthony and bald penis head guy.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, suspect is still in his home. He's grounded by his
Mother.
mother. Like, well, who else would ground him?
Yeah, dude.
We get a little moment of the Plague playing on a VR headset, which is actually pretty accurate to what they have now.
Yeah,
Like,
and
the way the headset is, and they have these stands.
that's what I was going to get to.
Yeah.
I think now they have like a treadmill in them, so
Yeah.
you can move all these different directions. But because for a second I thought, again, I haven't seen this in a long time. I thought he was going to accidentally punch.
That's what I was waiting
Gil.
for, even though I have seen this a lot.
Right. It would make sense because it's like I can't see what I'm doing. I'm throwing
Yeah.
wild punches. I just punched Secret Service right in the face.
Yeah, they
Whoops.
do have these things now, and like it has like an omnidirectional. Some of them have like an omnidirectional treadmill thing at
Yeah,
the bottom,
it's
and
wild.
some of them just have like a dish that's like very slippery, so like you can run, your feet slide on it,
Okay.
and
Is
it'll
it a
detect what
dish
you're doing.
or is it just like a ball?
Well, it's like a curved bottom, like
Yeah.
it looks like a dish kind of
Love
shape.
me a curved bottom.
I noticed.
I could run on
I
that all
love
day.
that Gil gives him this report on Dade Murphy, and he's like, "Ugh, hard copy." I'm like, dude, calm the fuck down with your cyber
Yeah.
internet goofy
This
shit.
guy really is gonna have internet or fucking robot legs, dude.
You know what? After when I heard that part, I now understand the news show hard copy. I never put two and two together.
2024.
I thought you said the news show hard copy. I was like, not new.
News. Yeah, back from the 80s, 90s.
You could call it news. It was just unsolved mysteries, but the unsolved mysteries were true crime.
Yeah.
Ahead of its time. It would slay now.
So they go to Dade's apartment. They interrogate him about Joey and the disc and whatever. The Plague is like, let me talk to him alone. We're the same person.
Yeah.
He'll get me.
We both hate people and
we're
hard
hackers.
copies.
I speak his lingo.
We're hackers. We don't have friends. We have
I'm-
allegiances.
Actually,
Blah, blah, blah.
let me go in the other room and just type to him so we don't have to look at each other.
Ew,
We're very
human
comfortable this
conversation.
way.
Analog.
Analog noises. Blech.
I love that he's asking who he is, and he's like, I'm the Plague or whatever. He's like, okay.
Cool.
He's like, can we be allies? No.
So it's just he starts with we're hackers. We don't have friends.
Yeah.
We don't have family. We don't trust anybody. Do you want to be allies?
Well, because
No, you just told me not to trust
he
anybody.
says we have allegiances that we
until
can
where they're
throw
not
until we
needed.
don't need them anymore.
Yeah,
basically.
so you just told me that you're gonna throw me away at some point.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
And he's like, well, as he's leaving, try to stay out of trouble. Blow me. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there
I like
anybody?
that one.
Fisher Stevens is playing the Plague. Did we say that already?
Yeah.
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 I think. If
Okay.
not-
if not,
Yeah.
I mean,
and Fisher Stevens, previous episode, Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Future episode, Short Circuit.
oh boy, we're gonna. You know what? We have to decide before that comes out whose accent we're gonna do because it's not gonna be the voice that he does.
Yeah.
But there's very few people less intimidating with a baseball bat because he smashes up his boombox. Like, okay,
Smash his computer.
cool, yeah, exactly. Smash
What
his
the fuck?
computer.
You're gonna mail him a
Actually,
new one
that was
tomorrow
Boombox.
anyway.
He's gonna invent MP3s.
It was not just a boombox. Like he had like the little boombox.
Oh,
but
he had a
had
receiver.
He had an actual like stereo, like the receiver and everything
Yeah.
underneath it, and that shit's fucking
Still
money.
though, come on.
Yeah, but he
Fisher
just does some hacky
Stevens.
hack typey type, gets a free one from Amazon.
Yep, it fell off the back of a truck.
They didn't have Amazon
No, they
delivery
didn't.
back then.
Not yet. I think Amazon might
Bezos
have.
didn't
They
dial
might
in
have started
yet.
back
I think
then.
Amazon might have started, but it was still just a bookstore.
Exactly.
Dade has a dream about
Dade.
Angelina Jolie coming in and fucking him. This is where we
Woo!
see her nerps for
Oh,
the
yeah.
first time.
Woo!
Wait,
It's a quick
no.
flash. She unzips her little motorcycle jacket, nothing underneath, which seems very uncomfortable.
Oh no,
Leather jacket,
leather on, cold leather on.
but it's not like sex leather. It's like
not
a leather
supple
jacket.
leather. This
No.
is rawhide leather.
I bet it smells amazing too. But also,
Oh,
she
it probably
comes
smells
in.
great. Nobody's arguing that.
There's
Smells like
no
nipples.
word
Yeah.
exchange. I'm gonna do this to you. She just literally comes in.
Just so everyone
and-
knows, she's looked at Derrick when she said that, not me. I couldn't be more clear.
Am I gross?
No, it's just that you're married and we're on a fucking podcast together, and it's not called the swing thing.
It is definitely not the swing thing.
Bad swings, worse people.
Let me tell you about the bad sex I had last night.
But yeah, and then like we see boobies, and then the police come.
Yeah, it's a dream about getting arrested.
I thought maybe for a second it wasn't a dream and that she was passing something to him.
Via mouth.
Exactly. But then very quickly it's like, no, he's just having his fucking squirter.
Yeah. We go to this party at Acid Burn's
Cybertron?
house. No, this is at her house.
Oh, not Cybertron. Okay.
Mark Anthony is walking around
It's
undercover.
the cyber deli.
Cyberdelia. Come on.
Oh,
guys.
we were both a little far off.
I was not far off.
Cyberdelia was very
One
close.
letter. You're so far off. It's Cyberdelia, not deli.
Excuse me, can I get the binary cheddar? Thank you. But Mark Anthony's there undercover, dressed like one of these goofy
Order
ass
number
kids.
0110010.
Well, he looks young. I don't know if he is, but he looks young.
He's fine.
Yeah.
He's fine.
He's got
He's
these. I
probably
think
in
he's
his
wearing
20s.
similar glasses to Matthew Lillard, the little circle things. And
No,
got,
he's
like,
actually wearing bigger ones that kind of
Oh,
like
that's
go
right.
up.
And he's
But
got like
you know what?
swirly hair and shit.
Every good high school party had an older guy there that had drugs, probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why he's there undercover, but he can't follow them because everybody keeps coming up to him like, "Yo, what you got?"
Dude, I know you're the dealer. Look at you. Everybody here is 16 to 19. You are 29.
Everybody
No,
You've
I'm
got to
not-
have
Everybody
good
here is
shit.
21 to 24. You're 41.
I
look
want to
like the
say
Blue
he's
Ranger.
the same age.
No, I just mean older looking.
Oh, I'm pretty certain.
Just
that-
for the sake of the movie, I'm sure he's the same age. But this guy would not be an FBI agent, or Secret Service
Secret
age
Service.
at fucking 21, 22. You got to put in
True.
work, dude.
I do love they're looking at her computer, like Googling or ogling over her computer. They're not Googling yet. And
I bet it looks crisp in the dark.
But which
okay, I'm
don't
not.
don't touch my food. Don't touch a hacker's laptop, right?
Yeah.
Right? That's
Like,
what I
doesn't
would
this
think.
Although
seem
she
very-
seems turned on that they're all touching it.
Oh
so.
yeah.
But
She stops fucking. Like they are fucking mid coitus. Oh, this is where I wonder if we saw her nips again.
Yeah,
oh,
I think
did
you
we?
get just
Okay.
a little
just
quick.
like woo woo.
Well, one of these guys is like, it's got a 28.8 BPS modem, and I'm like, okay, first of all,
Oh,
that's not good.
It was.
It was okay. You already had like T1 landlines and shit by then. Come on.
He's speaking Greek.
And I think you did anyway. But also he says BPS. That's beats per second. It's not. It would be MB, and he would just be saying it 28.8. He wouldn't be saying 28.8 BPS. Anyway, sorry.
Nerd alert! Nerd alert!
Look, it went. Or maybe they didn't have
No
T1,
rehearsal at all,
but
by
they
the
had
way.
56, or is it 56K? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. No one cares.
it wasn't.
No, there's
terabytes
probably
per
somebody out
minute.
there listening that cares. They're just not in this room.
That's fair. But like, so during them, I fucking her computer, we have a quick scene of Joey at Alcoholics Anonymous or
Oh, yeah?
some kind of anonymous.
I'm
not
not an addict.
I'm not an addict, man. He's fucking chain smoking,
I can
chugging
quit
coffee.
my computer anytime I want.
Can I
Let's
get more?
take it
Can I get
apart,
more
man.
coffee, please?
Oh man. Oh, I miss my computer, but I'm not an addict, dude. I just like it.
Look, I'm not an addict. I just need my computer.
I'm not an addict. It's cool.
I feel alive. If you won't have it, you're on the other side.
remember the artist?
I'm not an addict, baby. That's a lie. PJ Harvey.
Is it Special K or no? K's Choice.
Case choice.
K's Choice.
Bad karaoke, worse people.
I know I can't sing. Fuck you.
Hey, you
These
know
are
what?
also
Hold
my
on.
nasal
Hold on. We're gonna
pushing-
stop. We're gonna
Do
stop.
you
this.
hear my voice? My glasses.
Everybody
All
hears your
karaoke
voice,
is
right?
bad karaoke, in my opinion.
But I'm going to
so-
stop you
No.
there and tell you something. My mother's a music teacher.
Yes.
Right? So the only time you're doing bad singing is when you're not having fun. Let it out, girl.
But this is where Johnny Lee Miller finds out that Angelina Jolie is Acid Burn, which I feel like you've been hanging out with this group. No one's referred to her as Burn yet.
Yeah.
Until right now. Well, because they've been in school, and this is
Yeah, but they're all calling each other free.
You
know
brought
what?
this
Crash.
fucking dick in
Her
the house.
her boyfriend wants nothing to do with it. So she's
Yeah.
like, hey, do me a favor. When Colin, I don't even know his name. When Colin's
Looks like a
around.
Colin.
He looks like Colin, right?
Yeah.
Fucks like a Colin. When Colin's around, don't call me Burn. Don't call me Acid. I'm Kate. Because he's got that
He
toxic
doesn't
sweet
like it.
dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because she starts talking about the computer. He's like, ugh, you're not doing your stupid computer shit right now, are
I'm
you?
out
And
of you.
I'm
She's
gonna
like,
jack
just-
off my motorcycle.
Yeah, she's like, give me a second. He's like, okay, I'm going to go jerk off on the balcony, and goes outside.
I'm gonna go make it rain.
we're high enough. It might not reach the ground.
Oh,
It'll
look,
evaporate.
it's gonna
This is what we call
rain.
New York
Stand with your
avalanche.
mouth open.
Stay with your mouth open.
But yeah, so he realizes who she is, and then someone points out, like, oh, crash. I think
Oh,
it's Matthew
not
Lillard.
someone. It's Matthew Lillard.
Crash and burn.
dude. I'm making fun of him, but I love him. Like, he just
Love him.
has big energy, and it's kind of what this story needed.
Yeah.
Because it could be everyone's a little bit I don't know, not too serious, but his is over the top, not serious, and it helps.
I do think their like friendly chit chat really works. Like they're like associated with each other. And I did read that like they basically had 3 weeks before the movie started to just hang out with each other, learn how to rollerblade. They went to like a hacker convention.
Matthew Lillard
stuff
looks
like that, but like
one of the more natural on rollerblades, by the way, as the local rollerblade aficionado.
Yep. You're our resident.
He looks
rollerblade.
like he's doing the proper fucking swipe and slide and push. Slide and push. Everybody else is doing the choppy walkie.
choppy walkie, dude.
You don't choppy walkie on blades,
if,
man.
If you French fry when you pizza,
If you
you're gonna
choppy
have a
walkie when you mean to fucking slide and swoosh, you're gonna have a bad time.
I do know that one. You're gonna have a bad time.
Well, her and Johnny Lee Miller start flirting here. She's kind of been into him since the beginning, but like he pisses her off,
Uh-huh.
so she's like not
It's
having it.
the we talked about in other episodes, like the hair pull,
Yeah,
the hair
it's
pull
breaking
stage,
crayons.
breaking crayons. They're called crayons, but I like your wife enough to call them crayons.
He's looking at her computer and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "Just checking it out, dude." I don't know why he turned into Keanu Reeves.
Just, bro, checking out your computer.
That's what he should have done.
Seriously nice.
And then she's watching him and she's like, "Hope you don't screw like you type," and it like, fucks them all up.
He's like, oh, sorry, I typed too soon.
For a hacker who you could hear the tick, 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 tick when he's typing, when they show him, he's like one finger like pecking.
Well, no, he's just like one.
The only time it looks okay is when they speed it up by
Yep.
4. Like it's
I would've said
rough,
8.
man. Yeah, probably 8. You're probably closer.
So they challenge each other. The bet is if he wins or if she wins, he has to be her slave. Not that stuff.
He gives the same face because I went like, ooh, and she's like, yeah, in your fucking dreams, you're gonna be doing laundry, like fucking just
Doing
shit
hacker
work.
shit.
Yeah,
Like, you have
You
to
gotta
break
break codes
and
and-
copyrights,
but not the
and-
fun hacker stuff. You're gonna do the shit that I don't want to do.
Yeah,
You
the
do
boring
you
shit.
do the foreplay. I get the orgasm.
There you go.
And if she loses, then they have to go on a date. But I don't do dates.
And you need to wear a dress.
I also don't lose. No, that's later. They up it. Right now,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a straightforward
smile. You have
slave
to
date.
smile.
Fuck yeah, you got to smile too.
Yeah, your traditional slave date trade.
You know the fucking old bet. We've all seen it.
I have slaves. You have dates. Let's
This
trade
is how
them.
Qui-Gon Jinn got Anakin Skywalker. The old slave date switch 'em up.
All right, Greedo. If we win, we get your
Greedo?
slave.
Watto.
Watto, sorry.
Greedo is just a little
Greedo's
bad.
the one that got shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Watto. If you lose, or if we win, we get your slave. If you
but
win,
if I win, what do I get?
we'll go on a date.
Do I get to wear a dress? I really want to.
I think it would have looked really good on him too.
Yeah,
by the way.
would've. Float
with
up
his
there.
with his weird CG stubble.
Like when we see her
Oh,
sex
imagine his
scene,
pubes.
like you think you're seeing a woman in some like leather outfit or whatever. Nope, that's him.
Oh
wearing
yeah,
that
because now
leather jump up.
maybe not now, but at some point soon.
It's right
she
after
has
this,
The dream.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're still right there.
We're right there.
She has the sex dream, but yeah, you're right, dude. It looks like, oh, who's this fine looking chicken? That's a dick. That's a dick.
That's
a-
a,
that's
she wakes up from the
dude.
sex dream and she's like,
Oh,
oh God. At first she's
yes.
like disgusted and then she thinks and then she's like, ooh.
Ooh, she appreciates the wet dream. This guy was
Yeah.
like, oh no, another one. She was like, ooh yeah, another one.
she's like,
Ooh,
this is
There's a
new.
new guy in there. I'm not
Get him while you
I'm not
can.
thinking about Matthew Lillard in leather
And then we
anymore.
cut to they're in school and she's standing at his locker and she opens up the locker. She's like, I guessed your size, and it's just lingerie.
It's
because
like
now-
leather
leather
lingerie.
thong and leather bra.
Because to her, it's not a joke. She's like, I really want to see you in this. I had a
Yeah.
dream about you wearing this, and damn, it did it
Fetish
for me.
unlocked.
Fetish unlocked.
Their competition is hassling Agent Gill. So they do all this shit to fuck with him.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Just-
also, by the way, I want to point out when it starts, this is another Angelina Jolie nipple shot because she's wearing a see-through shirt while she's
Oh,
Yeah.
acting.
it's mesh.
So we won't like go through all the details. We'll name off what they are.
So it starts with
First they fuck up
Cancel
his
his
card.
credit card.
Yeah, they say his card's over limit, so
To
it gets cut
destroy
up
it.
in front of his date.
And then then
I think it's his wife.
Either way.
Dade enlists him on a singles. Just the worst that you could do for the 90s.
Yeah,
Oh,
is
I am a
have a bunch of
transgender.
have a bunch of transgender, homosexual, what'd they say, self-loathing white males.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's what he says. He puts up the ad that Gil is a self-loathing white male.
Oh, okay. I thought they were looking for
white
that.
male
Got it.
cross-dresser.
He's doing phenomenal on these phone calls. I'll tell you where you can stick it.
Oh, I'll
spank me.
spank
I'll
you.
fucking spank you. These guys are just like, oh,
I just want to lick
I'm
your
gonna lick your
earlobes.
toes. I'm gonna lick your legs.
His fucking board is lighting up, just taking all these calls.
And I do
So,
love when
I
he
love-
says, "I'll spank your ass," and hangs up, and the plague is behind him, and he's like, "Okay then."
Huh?
So I know he doesn't. I know all of that ADR was put in after what, like
For
that's-
sure.
right? But his reactions, like most of them lined up. There was like one or two that
I
didn't.
wonder if
But he was. I think they made it to his reactions.
exactly. I think he
Yeah.
recorded his shit first. Like, well, what could we say in front of that?
Just be as disgusted.
I just
I'll
remember
spank
too
your ass.
what the plague says when he hangs up after he says, "I'll spank your ass," is he goes, "You animal."
The plague's like, hey, Sid, can you forward some of those? That was some real top-notch dirty talk. I like that.
that one was a fun one. And then
another one
what
is
does she do?
she
to
gives him
retaliate?
a DUI and 113 traffic violations, so he gets.
And then
How
he
do you
gets
top
Rodney-
that, though?
Dude, all I know is dude, these are New York City clops.
Clops. Are they riding horses?
Yes.
Oh, it's a clopper. Get out of here, clopper.
These are New York City cops, and he is a black man. This is a little too far because this guy's getting murdered.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And
Oh,
so, how
yeah.
does Johnny Lee Miller?
Well, he gets murdered because he puts him as deceased.
And I love the payroll department calls him like, "You were asking about an employee, Agent Richard McGill or whatever, or Richard Gill."
Richard Gill.
And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "According to our records, he's deceased."
What?
This could be all jokes that miss if they're not delivered well.
Yeah,
And they
and
are.
he
Yeah.
fucking delivers
And I mean,
them.
the worst part watching it with a 2024 lens is the phone call stuff, just because of what they originally type and whatnot. But
Sure,
it's still
but
funny because they're sending it to a guy who is a straight man who's very like clearly not comfortable. So
Uh-huh.
He's very
when
right.
all these gay dudes are calling him, he's like disgusted.
I would be annoyed by it if it happened to me just on the simple fact of people calling me that much. Wouldn't matter what they're saying. I do my fucking phone hasn't stopped ringing. This is the worst thing ever. What are they saying? I don't know. I'm
Every
just
one
trying
of
to
these
fucking,
calls is about feet, and I'm still upset.
well,
Is that why you would answer?
I dialed the phone. Okay, with my toes. Okay,
But so they decide
changes it, dude.
they decide that it's a tie, and they have to do something to break the tie. So they up the stakes, and this is where it's like he's like, "If I win, you wear a dress to our date," and she's like, "Well, if I win, so do you." So what she's saying is now, whether either one wins, they're going on a date.
Oh,
I took it as when you're my slave, you wear a dress.
I don't know, man.
But
Yes.
you're probably close. You're probably right there.
it's
I'm
surprised
not.
she's shading that with that. She's
Uh-huh.
shading yours with Derrick's.
If I win, I get to fuck you while you wear a dress. But we are fucking though, right? Okay. Okay.
Okay, then 1995 Angelina Jolie.
You want like a ball? You want like a ball gown? You want like a pencil skirt? Some stilettos? What are you looking for here? Camisole?
I don't know if they make dresses that'll fit me, but I'll wear one.
do.
Angelina.
Oh yeah, they do.
It's called a muumuu.
Dude, don't fucking wear a muumuu. I've seen that Simpsons episode.
I have a dress that will fit you.
Okay.
But the plague sends him this fucking early iMac laptop. It's like a clear plastic horseshit thing.
He sends him the equivalent of this is a hacker's singing telegram. But instead of some fucking barbershop quartet guys, it's Fisher Stevens.
Talking about we're samurai, we're your keyboard cowboys. Blah,
Oh,
blah,
this
blah.
was supposed to be such a cool, and I
Ugh.
understand that he's a wiener in this movie, but in his mind, this is an amazing speech.
Let me give
We
you your
are
first
samurai. We are keyboard cowboys.
Yeah.
It falls flat because you're not that.
Well, he thought it was cool, but he's in a room alone.
Exactly. You know, this is what happens when you have just yes men or nobody.
Yeah.
You need one of your friends to be like, dude, don't send that. Don't send that. You're going to be insane right now. I think everybody needs somebody they send their drunk text to first. Like if I send a drunk text to Whitney, like, hey, I'm going to send this, she can tell me yes or no.
What if I'm also drunk?
Oh, that's trouble.
She's
You
like,
can't have your AA sponsor be fucking drunk. When he's like, send it with extra exclamation points, bitch.
She's like, you have to include the balls though.
I'm like, hold on. Edit. Send this.
Hey, let it be known, I've never sent an unsolicited dick pic.
I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, I'm all right.
But I do remember a tiny cowboy hat.
Well, that's because somebody was asking for dick pics. And
And
it wasn't a tiny cowboy hat. It was a normal-sized cowboy hat for my penis.
It was a 10-gallon hat.
I want now. I need to see a penis with a cowboy hat.
Oh,
I don't
just
want to see your dick.
Put your phone in incognito mode and
I
Google.
don't know how to do that.
You and somebody else I know. Just put it in that, just search it. You'll find it. You don't need mine.
Google
I just said I
incognito
don't
mode.
want yours. I now need to see a penis with a cowboy hat and a
Because nobody's ready
handkerchief.
for a freckled cowboy. The world wasn't ready.
Joey gets ungrounded. He immediately takes the disc to Freak, tells him to hide it somewhere or whatever. Mark Anthony and the bald guy are there listening to them. And the bald guy is like taking pictures over his shoulder with this camera, like
So
conspicuously.
inconspicuously.
This fucking Blossom character next to him is
Oh my
like,
God.
what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Seriously, why is she sitting between them?
She
was
was
already there.
sitting there first. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and they sandwiched her.
Yep.
I'm a female. Shocker. If I'm sitting in the middle of a bench, that means I don't want any motherfucker sitting next to me.
Yeah, but it's New York.
Don't sandwich me. Okay, I'm gonna get up and move to the
Also,
next
You
there-
bench.
should.
Yeah.
As a woman, you should.
They're Secret Service. They don't care
Especially
what you want.
these two.
I guarantee
fucking
you, these two
creeps.
dudes sat down at the exact same time. She should have been like, nope. That's a pile of no thank you.
Because that's when you get a needle in your neck.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Human trafficking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But so yeah, they take off running. Freak gets arrested at his house. This is what we were talking about earlier. His mom comes in. She's like, "You're gonna be late for school." Opens the blinds. Fucking SWAT team comes right in.
And she starts beating his ass once they read like the crimes. And he's like, dude, what are you waiting for? Fucking arrest me. This is brutal. She is about to get a chancla right now.
She was barefoot. She would have had a chancla.
You're lucky she didn't have a chancla.
But so he calls Kate. Tells her that I hid the disc in that place. I hid that thing that time.
Hold on, wait. No, this is a really fun scene because they have like the keypad.
He's on his way to Con Air. He's getting on the plane right now. He's boarding the plane.
So they have like a giant metal elbow over like door thing covering the button so he can't dial it. He's like, you get that? You get one phone call. And
So I don't
dial
get that though.
something.
Like, how is he supposed to make this phone call?
They dialed the number first.
Yeah.
So he was sitting there with the phone ringing because he gave them a fake number, I'm assuming.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then when they left, he
okay.
did the little jiggly thing to
get the operator and
Fuck
then
yeah.
calls.
I did like the jiggly thing. I just didn't understand. I was like, how is he supposed to call if you
Oh,
locked it up?
because-
he dialed first. Got
Yeah.
it.
But also,
I blinked and I
this-
missed it.
I don't think this would work today. Do you know my phone number?
I don't. I often text you.
I
and
don't
do
have
not-
yours.
I don't know it.
I don't
You
know
have it.
hers.
You have my number. You
I have it. I don't know it.
Yeah. 1995, I had fucking shit memorized, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'd say at least 12 people.
I made Zoe memorize mine and Derrick's and her father's. So she knows 3 important numbers.
Well, these guys had to have all these numbers in their head. They're doing hacky stuff.
Yeah. And I feel like they're good with numbers.
Yeah.
We know for sure Nikon is.
But yeah, so the disc is in the place I put that thing that time.
Get that
So-
thing I sent ya?
So
and then
Kate,
slams the phone down.
Kate knows exactly where that is. So she gets the disc. Her and Serial go to Dade's apartment to ask for help. But he's, to them, just being a little bitch, like, well, I can't because I don't want to get arrested.
Well,
They
because
don't know that he
still
was-
don't know that he
They
was
don't know that
zero.
he was previously arrested for a federal crime, and if he gets arrested for this, it'll ruin the rest
Subplot,
of
his
life.
mom has been pushing for college.
Yeah.
And he it doesn't seem too interested. I mean,
But now he wants to go to MIT because
Yeah.
somebody else wants to go to MIT.
yeah.
But yeah, so he does agree to copy the disc. Fisher Stevens calls him. He's like, hey, just so you know, your mom's now a wanted felon, and she's going to be arrested in the morning unless you give me this disc. And then what I'll do is change the file back, and your mom will just disappear into the system.
That's
Which
not fair.
I actually believe that would happen.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. You guys are both saying that our justice system could fuck something up?
I think it's a small possibility. Usually on the up and up.
They don't lie.
Don't
No,
lie.
they've never fucked anything up either.
Uh-uh.
There's never been anyone wrongfully imprisoned.
Never.
But so he does give Plague the disc in the funniest handoff scene in cinema history.
Oh my gosh, right?
This is the most unnecessary handoff scene.
I-
Although, wait, real quick, let me finish
Yeah.
it. Unnecessary, but thank you.
Yes. Also, I remembered him skating more in this movie. This is the only scene he's
Oh
skating
no!
in.
No.
He skates into the
mainframe.
office at the beginning, and then
Okay.
he's skateboarding through the office when Nikon is in there stealing passwords later.
Oh,
Just
that's
skateboarding
right.
through a bunch of cubicles like an asshole.
And they look at each other and they're like, "Do I know you?"
But this handoff, we didn't say what it was.
Oh, yeah.
It's so Johnny Lee Miller's there waiting and waiting and waiting because they do like
For
a waiting
hours.
montage.
He's waiting in his fucking motorcycle outfit, and I just want someone to ride by, like come by and be like, "What do you ride? What do you mean? Your outfit?
Where's your
What,
bike? Are you
have
broke
like
down?
you drive like a '76 Harley?
No, that outfit.
I
no.
rollerblade.
What do you ride? I surf the internet.
I
Bro.
rollerblade. Get the fuck out of here!
He gets beat to death with chains.
If he did ride, it's a
By
fucking
chains.
Kawasaki.
No, he's not riding at all.
If he
I
did,
said if he did, it's not a.
it's actually just
It's a crotch rocket.
It's a scooter.
Yeah. Oh, Vespa.
Oh, Vespa.
Yeah.
Vespa.
He's hanging out with the
Thinking
mod
about getting a
squad.
Vespa though. It's funny.
But yeah, so Fisher Stevens comes up. There's a limo driving down the street very slowly. Fisher Stevens holding onto the window of the limo and riding his skateboard alongside it, and just snatches this disc out of Johnny Lee Miller's hand and rides off into the steam of New York.
Well, it's funny because as he keeps going, he reconnects with the car, and it looks like he's about to hit a fucking fire hydrant. And then
Right.
the next scene, it's just the car, no him.
And it's Unork.
You
We've
know,
already
Unork.
established this.
it was mostly not New York, that's for sure.
She's making international talkie talk.
But yeah, so they have this whole montage of them trying to figure out what's on the disc. Johnny Lee Miller is like super hacking.
The amount of shoulder hair this guy has on his body, he should not be sleeveless.
He just didn't shave that day.
And they figure out there's not a virus in the garbage file. It's a worm that's stealing cents from the dollars. We talked about that. And there's 2 days left. And also, it's already stolen $21.8 million, which is more than this
It's
movie
going to
cost.
stop at 25
Five.
or 28?
25.
So I think Fisher Stevens' real long-term plan is go somewhere that's not expensive, spend $5 million, and then spend the other 20 making hackers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good plan.
good plan.
This is where he admits to them that he was zero cool. Fucking Nikon is like,
Freaks
I thought
the
you were
fuck
black.
out.
Yeah, dude, I read about that case. Thought you were black. Yeah, everybody's kind of freaking. I mean, Angelina Jolie's okay with it, but
So you were something when you were 11.
but
Who
everybody
cares?
else is like, holy
Well, I
shit.
think she's just as impressed, but she's trying to still be like aloof, cool.
Yeah.
Especially because like she started
Oh.
to accept him, and then he said, "No, I won't help." So now she's extra like I'm a bitch to you.
You can't let on how moist you are.
Yeah. And then there's like another montage of them stealing codes and passwords and dumpster diving and shooting flares at people and
Sure.
all kinds of stuff.
Sure, very unnecessary scene, but we also get a little sexual tension. If I didn't live by a code, I'd use this moment to my advantage. You know, erotically, in case you didn't get it.
And then she starts to take her pants down and then pulls out a flashlight.
And she's like, "Look, mine's bigger."
I heard you like thick black ones. Flashlights, dude.
This is when Fisher Stevens launches the virus and the whole like, who do you want to go to jail for 30 years, us or them?
Yep.
And he gets Gil to issue warrants for their arrest. So they're going to be arrested at 9 a.m. They overhear it because they tap the phones. So now they have like a real ticking clock because the world's going to be covered in oil and they're going to go to jail.
This is the back to the hacker manifesto. This is what you do it for. You don't do it because you want to steal money. You don't do it because you want fame. You do it because you have the power to make corporate places act better,
Yeah.
kind of. Question
Stop
mark.
them
'Cause
from
that's
being
what-
assholes.
Yeah.
That is generally what most hackers did, right?
Well,
Like,
no.
I mean, the
no.
ones we've heard of, they're stealing shit and doing it. But I think there was a point in time, and
They're
it might
playing
just be from
Robin
this
Hood.
movie, but I mean, I always had this impression from just internet stuff I'd read and stuff that people, kind of like Robin Hood, they're out there, they're like, I can do something better because these people are pieces of shit, and I'll
Yeah.
prove it. But
Yeah.
also, there was a lot of them that were just stealing money.
I think this is glorifying it. There are definitely some out there that are Robin Hood style. The rest, I think, it's just like, I just want your information, and maybe I'll steal some money
with
from
the
you.
scammer today, it's just all bots.
Yeah, now it's all just identity theft and all that.
Yep.
We go to Razor and Blades nightclub, which I'm surprised that Rob Zombie wasn't playing. Like they do have techno going, but I was expecting it to be like a techno remix of Rob Zombie, like from the Matrix soundtrack or something.
Yeah.
There's this band that starts playing.
Wait, at this point, it's still just White Zombie. I don't think we got
Oh,
Rob
okay.
yet. That's why.
I don't know.
There's no fucking techno remix of
Yeah,
Dragula.
they aren't burning through the witches.
They ain't digging through the ditches.
Yeah, whatever that song is.
In the back of my Dragula.
Yeah.
But there's this band that starts playing, and apparently
He
they're called
wants to
Urban
be.
Dance Squad, but they are like Mumble at the Machine.
This is annoyed at the machine.
Yeah.
Slightly perturbed with the machine.
I don't know how to work this machine.
Angry at my mother.
Better name. It reminds me of when was it Run DMC that teamed up with
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith? It reminds me of that.
I mean, it's a full-on like Rage Against the Machine sound, just not good.
Didn't Public Enemy do something like this with Rage Against the Machine? Like
That sounds right.
Sans Zach De La Roca.
Yeah,
It
they
was
did
Tom
something.
Morello and YTMK.
Yeah, somebody from there was a group where they did a side thing after they broke up.
It's
that was,
this is it, just not talented.
yeah,
This is bad.
that was bad too, though.
This is worse.
Maybe, yeah.
This is my least favorite song.
I only know these
I've
guys are
listened
called
to
Urban
today.
Dance Squad because I hit that Google microphone button and
Yeah.
the internet told
I'm
me.
glad you did because I don't want that on my history. I was gonna,
Dude, my history is so trash.
but someone's
from
gonna
watching these
hack it
movies.
and be like, "What the fuck were you looking at this for?"
I'm hoping that someone hacks me and finds that and goes, "This guy's not worth it."
He doesn't have money. You know how I know he doesn't have money? He Googled the Urban Dance Squad.
So they make a plan with Razor and Blade to basically have an electronic army at their beck and call to help
Yeah.
with this righteous hack.
Because they know it's going to take them 5 minutes.
Yeah, if they
And
all
there was
team
this
up,
whole
it's-
moment of like, and my axe.
Exactly. That's exactly what it
Was it?
Because it was data. They're like, it'll take you 10 minutes. And then Angelina Jolie's like, with my bow, it will take 7 minutes.
With my axe, it'll take 6 minutes.
With my sword, it'll take 5.
Exactly.
Well, all right.
Or my
That's-
magic, I guess.
That's where Peter Jackson got it from, not
We
the
are-
books.
We're we are so close to having a Captain Planet of hackers right here. And Heart, the worst.
I mean, there are.
There's 4 of them.
Well, yeah, I guess Joey. Joey is the little dumb
Joey
kid.
is the heart.
Joey's the kid with the monkey and the heart.
Joey's the
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah.
So when Joey shows up, they form Captain Hack the Planet.
Yeah.
Played by Don Cheadle. It's only gonna be played by Don Cheadle, dude.
So they go rollerblading. There's cops following them. They're about to arrest them. But Dade has a plan. He set up a timer to turn all the lights, at least in this part of New York, green, which would ensue chaos.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it
absolutely.
does.
Cause
In New
massive,
York?
Yeah.
Oh God.
At 9 a.m.
Yeah. They talk about fucking hacking the planet. You crashed the planet.
And they go down into Grand Central Station, and he's like, everybody use your best viruses to distract them while I find the garbage files. There's a hack battle. That's
What
our
is
whole
this thing
conclusion.
he's putting on his face?
No idea.
Virtual Boy.
Yeah, kind of like Virtual Boy. I guess nowadays it's like what do they call it? Google Lens
Yeah.
is kind of what it is supposed
Yeah,
to
but
be.
he also has a screen.
Sure,
So
Yeah,
what is
it
his
does-
eye screen doing?
second screen.
Maybe. He's
Because
got
all
two
I got to do is
Okay.
focus on my left eye, and I'm looking at that screen, which is just like a stick with a screen on it right
You know
in
what
front
it
of your eye.
is?
Look
The
at my right
production-
eye.
The production designer was like, dude, this looks cyberpunk as fuck.
Yep, that's the end. That's the end of the question.
Like the cell phone that Iggy is wearing with the microphone
Fisher
sticking
Stevens?
out of it.
the
Yeah.
Britney Spears headset. Oops, I hacked it again. I plagued with your heart.
Ooh!
Yeah, but the headset's from Toxic.
Damn it! Strike that
But
joke.
hey,
It's
the plague,
terrible.
The plague is toxic, right? So
How come nobody's name is Toxic in this?
you know the plague is toxic.
Ooh,
Here we go.
I like it. I just don't know more words to that song to like, contribute. You took.
That's
the
all
good
I got.
You took the good ones.
I think that's the whole
Your
song.
toxic love dripping over me. The
No.
taste of your poison.
All right.
The taste of your plague is something nice.
You done hacked me.
Addicted to
know
you,
that.
but I know
This
that
is the
you're
most.
toxic.
2 out of 3 of us are super unqualified to be trying to sing Britney Spears right now. One person is more qualified than us, but
Still
who knows,
sounds like shit.
But who knows how
Yeah,
qualified?
but you know
that
what?
is.
The subtitle of the podcast is "Unqualified Assholes." So,
There we go.
so they're sending all these different viruses to this company, what is it, Elliston or something. No one cares.
Yeah.
One of them just puts a weird screensaver on everybody's screens. First, it's just like
Oh, that's Joey.
It's,
It's the bouncy ball.
but he's using Matthew Lillard's computer, and it's the bouncy ball with Matthew Lillard's logo. And then it switches to "sit on my interface," which made me laugh.
I like it.
Sit on my interface.
Please it on my interface.
Then there's the Cookie Monster virus, and this is one of those ones I always just went, "That's so stupid." It's a real thing. Even when Fisher Stevens yells, "Type in cookie, it'll go away." That's a real thing. From like I was reading online, it was this thing that would come up, and it would be like, "Oh, I want cookie, whatever," and it was stealing shit from you while it was doing it. You type in cookie, and it would go away. If you typed in Oreo, it would go away longer, but it would still come back all the time.
Wild.
It didn't. I don't think it had
what
these
if you
animations.
Typed in Chip Ahoy?
Chips Ahoy! It just keeps eating your computer.
Thin Mints. Samoas that just destroys your fucking
Moanos.
CPU.
There's another one that's like a rabbit jumping around stealing data, and
Thank God Homegirl's
Why
here
is it called a
for
rabbit?
she's asking the questions that like the audience needs to know.
yeah. I also would have been like, you need to get out of the room because all she's doing is screaming for someone to explain it, and it's like
We've
you're
got
never
brain
gonna understand it. Cancer, brain cancer.
What the fuck? Who the fuck is the Colonel?
That would be the mainframe.
I've got 16 herbs and spices I would like to place inside your CPU. If it pleases,
16 bits and spices.
if it pleases the court, I would like to download your hard drive. And I
Copy.
do mean hard.
How are you single?
I don't know.
Copy, paste.
Because this doesn't turn off. Like this is, you think it's like, oh man, that's fun. Jack does voices and stuff. And then you eventually live with me and you're like, Jack doesn't stop doing voices.
Do you think he ever turns off?
No?
No.
Yeah, so he just takes notes about your life?
Yes.
I'm always taking notes. It's
He
for my
is.
future podcast. It's gonna be
Life
true
Derek
crime.
brings out his
Whitney.
phone. He's like, do you remember 1995 when you said this?
I'm gonna take all these notes, and then when she eventually murders me, she'll use those notes to start a true crime
Yeah.
podcast.
A prod crash.
A crabcast?
Crabcast.
No, he's doing it so if I do murder him, he has the proof that I did it.
Allegedly.
They get their
Allegedly's.
they get their hacker army to show up, do all this stuff. It's people all around the world,
All over the world.
in various dumb hacker
It
costumes.
reminded me so fucking much of Independence Day when they load the virus into the mothership, them being Jeff Goldblum and Will Smith, and then they start fucking getting on the horn, and it's every nationality. It's like French people, it's the Koreans, it is fucking
Everybody.
Africa has it. Like it
Roland
is-
Emmerich would have loved this movie if any of these circuit boards would have been exploded.
this mainframe at the end that gets fried would have been a big bada boom,
Yeah,
and it would have
Yeah.
blown up where they at New York. It would have blown up the Statue of Liberty
and then they have
because
like
he hates landmarks.
there's another scene here where there's like
Oh, he does.
they're all in their
You do.
phone booths that they're in doing their hacky stuff, but they have them on like a rotating platform. Instead of taking the camera and going around, they have it spinning and it's playing like fucking Cinemax porn
I
music.
just thought about being hungover. Like, all right, Miss Jolie, it's your turn to just. We're just gonna spin it.
Dude, Johnny Lee Miller looks like he's having a grand old time. He's
I
got a
would
big
love
old
it in
smile on
there.
his face.
But I also want like
This is
he's
how
like
I
they're on the
learned how
bottom
to
floor.
speak English.
They're on the bottom floor of the Grand Central. Blah 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 blah. And so they go and get him, like the Richard.
The Secret
Gere.
Oh,
Service.
by the way, our hackers had sent Matthew Lillard away because he had to fix the phones.
Yeah.
And we didn't really know what that meant,
Nope.
but it's this.
Now we know those phones are being used to.
Yeah, he's got little
redirect.
devices on those that are another like jumping off.
and it's
point
also
for them.
important that he's not there
Yes.
because they end up doing it by the power of friendship. Because he even says, Fisher Stevens is like, dude, you can't beat me. He's like, I probably can't. But we can.
because we are Captain Hack the Planet.
Yes.
And Don Cheadle comes to save the day.
And then he finally finds the garbage file and it gets downloaded in seconds.
Joey's the one that ends up doing it, which is a cool thing
Yeah,
because he's the
He now gets
The
a
inside-
handle.
he's about to have a handle. We don't know what it is, do we?
No, we
no,
don't.
but
Oh,
this is
man.
his righteous hack, dude.
I'd call him clutch. Something clutch.
Just clutch, dude.
Yeah, but you have to have another thing like big clutch and call him clutch. Because everybody, serial killer is called serial.
Oh, acid burn is burn.
Yep.
Nikon is just Nikon.
Nope, Lord Nikon.
Oh,
Yeah.
They
you're
gave his
right.
alias. He's Lord Nikon. Phantom Freak.
Did
Dude,
you
how
say
am I
that
knowing
once?
names and you aren't?
Because they're not real names.
Oh, that's why.
Because
They're
they're
Star Wars names.
they're
to me.
Star Wars
They're fucking Star Wars names. So the Phantom Freak goes over to Lord Nikon. Lord Nikon goes to Acid Burn and says, we got to get to Crash and Burn. He used to be Zero Cool.
And don't forget about serial killer.
Don't forget Serial Killer.
And Lord
Fruit
Sidious.
Loops, dude. Lord Sidious. Don't get me started
I
on
would just
Sith
call him
Lords.
Fruit or Loops. I'd be like, "What's up, Loops?"
I'm not going to do it in this podcast, but I'm working a song that helps me think of the Sith lineage.
that'll be a special episode.
It's gonna be like 10 seconds.
Aye.
Um,
Just kidding. I'm actually,
No, I need
really
that.
want to hear it.
I need that.
Not right now.
in our Captain Hack the Planet series that we've now invented,
Uh-huh.
is Angelina Jolie the water one because she's just gushing all over?
Yes.
She's the wettest.
Johnny Lee Miller is the fire
Fire?
one.
No, he's the hard on.
no,
No,
that's the
so
little kid.
it's Earth, Wind, Fire,
Heart.
Wind, Fire, Water, Heart. So she
Well,
has
no,
to be
Lord
fire
Nikon
because,
has to be Earth because this is the
Yes.
90s and Earth was the black kid.
Yeah,
so-
he's not wrong.
but also she needs to be fire because she's acid burn.
Oh, so she's playing Wheeler.
And then
What?
he would be
Wheeler was the redhead that was fire. You better.
I guess
fucking-
you would know.
You better fucking believe I remember that shit.
So I want to say she's fire. Johnny is gonna be water because crash and burn into the water,
I believe that was Gee.
or
I don't
mean
know.
crash override into the water.
That was Kami.
And then
They're all commies.
Earth would be Nikon and Wind would be Cereal.
because he's
'cause
high
he-
all the time.
Yeah.
No, well, no, and also he flies around. He's a leaf in the wind.
That's
He's
He
a
has
leaf
no
in the
place to
wind.
stay.
I was
He's
just thinking
always
because he's
moving.
blowing
And
smoke.
Joey
all the
is
time.
Also, he's
fucking
high as
heart.
shit. These guys are off screen taking ecstasy, right?
Oh, so
Yeah.
Joey's monkey is a pack of cigarettes.
we talked about monkey fucking.
Yeah,
He's
we did.
lighting these cigarettes off
There
each
you go.
other, man.
Oh my God, we made it work.
Bringing it back. Look at that.
So they kill the Gibson. Everybody teams up. This thing's frying. The Plague is just screaming like, "You can't defeat me!" Like
Yeah.
a fucking Captain America
Could you
villain.
imagine how hot that server room is?
Or Captain
if all
Planet.
of
How
the shit-
sexy it is?
No, like
Oh, temperature.
burning hot.
Yeah.
Shuts everything down. Fisher Stevens losing his shit. The tankers stop capsizing when they do this. So everybody's like, "Wait a second.
Hold on.
They don't really get that, but I think that's what they're letting you know. And they big up on the screen there. I don't think we said it earlier, but mess with the best, die like the rest, which is what he said to
When they were doing
Angelina
their
Jolie.
hacky hack talky talk,
Yeah.
that's what he. And
When they
she
were
even
doing the
calls
TV
him out.
battle.
She's like, "That was you? Didn't you say mess with the best, die like the rest?"
He's like, "Yeah," and just walks off.
Sounds like it should be getting to bed and get some head. No, give some head. You're my slave.
both.
You're my slave now.
As this all ends, Gil actually finds them,
Yep, and
freeze.
they're
They all get
arrested.
arrested. Freak tosses the disc into a trash can.
Nope. Johnny does.
Oh, is it Johnny?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Freak's
Okay.
in jail.
No, Freak's with them.
Oh, that's right, he is.
Yeah.
But it is.
It is Johnny.
Dade.
And on the way out, he starts screaming because Matthew Lillard's out there dressed like a tourist. I guess he's got a Knicks hat on.
This is
That's
New
his
York.
tourist
Nobody gives a
costume.
shit as long as you're wearing some fucking New York
He's
sporting
in
team. Wear a
quote-unquote
Yankees, a Mets, a
Cognito.
yeah. Just don't wear a fucking goddamn Giants hat.
But he's
Don't wear a
yelling.
Cowboys hat.
Oh God, no.
He's yelling. They're
Not
trashing
in
our
New York.
rights, man. They're trashing the internet. I don't know what he's
Trash, internet, disc. You get it, right?
saying. Hack
you get
the
it?
planet. And
Hack the
Matthew
pla-
Lillard yells back. I got hiccups all of a sudden. Yells back. Hack the planet. Like A-OK. Roger 10-4.
Which I'm sorry, anybody saying this phrase, the fucking Secret Service should like get him.
Yeah, exactly.
He knows the phrase. That's their phrase. That's their thing.
Maybe they're just like, oh, he's getting these people all riled up. Now
But
we got
he's
a
the
new
only
hacker
one
to fight.
riled up.
Yeah, well, you know. He's
Arrest
the
him.
weirdest looking
He's
one.
trying
Matthew
to get the other
Lillard
ones
is gonna
riled.
love jail.
Oh, I bet he would.
This character, not him.
But how does he know exactly which trash can to go to?
The
first
one they
he went
walked
by.
past on their way out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. When
Yeah.
he finds it, and then call back to the other disc that Jolie found on the back of the condom dispenser. There's gum on it.
Uh-huh.
He's like, "Eee."
There's a security guard behind him when he's digging through the trash. Like this guy walks up, and I thought he was about to get grabbed, but it just cuts away.
No,
that
he's
was
just like,
probably
get out of
there.
here, you fucking hobo.
That was probably there, and then they were like, "Hour 45, guys."
You wrap it up. Also, it probably had a scene of him going through all the trash cans. Like,
Oh.
you didn't tell me which one to go through. They're like, dude, we gotta get out of here.
But when they're in jail, Jade's mom comes in, and they
Ooh.
turn on the or the intercom to listen to
yeah,
it.
Johnny
And,
and
yeah, and you can hear her sticking up for him because she's like, dude, my kid can do some fucked up shit, but he would never hurt anybody doing
he's
it.
a fucking genius.
Yeah, you guys are pieces of shit. And they're like, hey, the news people are here for that press conference. She's like, good, because I'm going to say some shit to him. And he's like, no, you're not, or you're in fucking jail.
And then
so you get threatened
Angelina,
my fucking life.
Yeah.
Angelina's like, she's fucking amazing. And then Johnny's like, I know, my mom's
Because you
the
could
best.
just feel that Angelina Jolie's mom is rich, but probably
Never
not
there.
there. Yeah,
Never
like,
there.
hey,
Like,
have
that's
this
what
dope ass little apartment you can party in, but I'm gonna be on a book tour.
Yep. Deuces.
I'm on a tour of France, fucking Frenchman.
I'm trying to educate women one tongue at a time.
Sorry, I said deuces, but I only held up my middle fingers.
That's
two of
two.
them.
That's
Exactly.
two.
But then, so during the press conference, Gil is talking. Serial cuts in because he's got the help of Razor and Blade. He tells the whole story of the movie we just watched. Calls out Lorraine Bracco and the Plague.
By name.
Lorraine Bracco goes to jail. The Plague gets away on a plane to Tokyo.
With a terrible fake mustache and beard.
And wig.
And, well, I think it is a wig, but I think it's supposed to be just his hair bleached.
Or grayed.
Or grayed.
Yeah.
I think it is.
The hair looks the best out of the things. I mean, the beard mustache combo thing. It
awful.
Looks
you know, we
horrendous.
talked about it with on the other podcast, Andor. Shave your face. How different do you think a lot of people would recognize your husband with a clean shaved face?
No, I don't
Like,
think anybody would recognize
you
him.
put
No,
him in.
'cause I'd walk
You
in and
put
be
him
like,
in a.
"Hey guys, you want to go play stickball?"
You put him in a New York
I
fucking
look
Knicks
8.
hat and a fucking shaved face, and you have him sell newspapers in the corner for a nickel.
Extra, read all about it. The Plague goes to jail. Wait.
Hack the planet.
But yeah, I love it. He's like, he asks for a pillow, puts his hand up to grab it, gets handcuffed.
Now, once again, the fucking
Secret
theatrics
Service.
of Secret Service, because you knew where he was going, or else you wouldn't be on this plane.
Yeah.
You knew where he was going to be, or else you wouldn't be on this plane. You knew what time he's leaving,
Or else he wouldn't be on this plane.
but yet you wait till it's over the fucking ocean on the way to Tokyo and handcuff him.
Right before.
Now-
well, wait, aren't you?
This is how you get a passenger 57 situation.
Absolutely.
Aren't you
Except
out
no
of
Wesley
jurisdiction?
Snipes. Not yet.
I think
You're
on the I think
over
on the I
water
think on the
is-
plane you're still because it's an
Even if you don't
American
have
company.
jurisdiction, at the end of the day, all you have to do is handcuff him and wait.
Well,
until
they're
you
also
hit- I guarantee you, Japan has extradition with
Oh,
U.S.
1,000%.
He's
So
also-
as soon as you land,
Okinawa is an Air
he's-
Force
well,
base.
Okinawa is barely Japan at this point.
But it's an air. It's
but
exactly. it's Air
he's
Force.
committing international crimes. He's trying to spill oil tankers into the ocean.
yeah,
So
Okay.
this is like you can arrest them as the Secret Service under like the umbrella of Interpol or something. I would
UN.
imagine. Yeah, like imagine it's all
Yeah.
it's all
I meant
fair
three.
game.
but either way,
bitch.
now you got to fucking wait for this
Yeah, I'm
plane
from
to
the
land
AN.
in
Well,
Japan
because they wanted to go to Japan.
I'm from the AN. You know,
I
it's like
am-
the United Nations, but it's on instead of.
I am here to arrest you. I am from the AN.
Sorry, we just did Street Fighter. It was amazing.
That's in the future.
Sorry, we're about to do Street Fighter.
It's fine.
It's amazing. Oh my God, I can see the future. I see Street Fighter in my future.
We want
too.
to see Street Fighter.
I see it in my future
That's
too.
my attempt.
It's a great attempt.
Because as Jack told me on our Hard Target episode, it doesn't matter because he doesn't know what he's saying most of the time.
Exactly.
So-
Exactly.
I heard he's super coked out in that movie.
Which one?
All of them.
Yep.
Anything before 1999.
And after.
I think he quit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he'd be dead by now.
His heart would not
No.
handle that shit.
He's got a pig heart.
He has money.
He doesn't have the money for it. He spends $10,000 a week on cocaine.
Not anymore. He only does coke
No, the
twice
price
a
went
week.
up. Now he spends
Oh,
$20,000.
fentanyl. He's scared, dude. He sees jelly beans now. Sniffs pixie sticks.
The movie ends with Johnny Lee Miller and Angelina Jolie fucking in a pool.
No,
Which-
they go on their
Well,
date.
Yeah, they go on their date.
Yeah, but-
skipping ahead.
And I know, but this line, I like this line. You look really pretty in that dress. It looked better on you. Fuck yeah, it'd look better on him. Because I don't know what the fuck this thing is she's wearing.
Well, it's
Oh,
like a
this is-
Japanese kind of
This is a
thing.
David Bowie music video dress.
Yes.
Not for David Bowie. Somebody in the background.
Yeah, it would look better on him.
And while they get up to this roof pool
Fucking
to
in a
call
pool,
back,
just.
You want to go swimming?
Don't
Dude,
do that.
He can barely stay above water because he's wearing jeans.
I
And a
can't
sweater.
swim. Put your legs down.
But like they're making out in the pool. Their friends hack these buildings to spell crash and burn. The lights are flashing on and off. All I could think was
No, he did that.
Somebody
Yeah,
in
he
the
definitely
office
did that.
Oh, I think their friends.
He
did
did
it.
that because
No.
they're jiving back and forth about like the competition was a
Who won,
stalemate,
da-da-da.
yada yada.
Oh, okay.
So this is him like, oh, we think we tied? Bam. But you are right. If you're in this office building, or God forbid it's a department, this light is flashing.
Yeah, like imagine you had to stay late to collate papers or whatever you do in an office.
It's pronounced coagulate.
You had to get the TP report or whatever,
The
TPS, report.
I
And
need you
You're
in
sitting
here
there
this
trying to
weekend.
work, and all of a sudden the lights are just flashing on and off. Your computer's going on and off because he's just got the entire building
That's
rigged.
it. I'm going home.
lost everything.
Or it's an apartment
my
building.
life.
You're sitting there. The sun's coming up. So you're like, I have to get up for work in less than an hour. What is happening in my apartment right now?
Fucking devil's advocate, dude. There's somebody who thinks they have mind control because they're on drugs. Like, watch, dude. Every time I blink, oh, did the lights come on? Oh my god, we've got to go do something with this
Joey.
Joey, that's Phoebe.
Oh, Phoebe.
It's Phoebe. That's right.
This guy's been saying that or Phoebe has been saying that for months because she's like, look, I close my eyes, all the lights turn off.
But now I have superpowers, dude. I took so many mushrooms, I can control lights. Watch this.
And the movie ends with them fucking.
Oh, we
and
should
some
have ended the
music.
podcast when I snapped.
That'd be good.
No.
No outro. No next time.
No Patreon plug. No thanking Pat from Evasion.
But that's the end of the episode. So let's do recommendations. We'll start with wife.
I fucking love this movie. I will always watch it when it's on. Just fucking watch it. Yeah, it's a 90s movie, so you need to be in a 90s mindset. I say 3 thumbs.
Jacques.
Yeah, full recommend, dude, without pretty much any caveats. I mean, I did watch it with you guys, but I didn't drink while watching it and kind of loved it. Just, it had a lot of nostalgia and just fun things, and Angelina Jolie's boobs.
And boobs.
So,
Yeah, I
God,
agree.
your wife's such a boob hound.
I agree. I recommend it. Obviously, it's like I said at the top, it's one of the ones that I started this for. But also, like, yes, it's bad and it's stupid, but it's fun to watch. And yes, typing on a computer is not the most exciting thing to see, as we learn in multiple cyber thrillers of the 90s. But it's just the way they do it. It's fun. They got the spinny phone booths. They got the sky surfing through digital landscapes. And
I think you nailed it, though. Fun.
yeah.
I did make a comment during it. It was like, I love seeing what people thought the internet was back in the early
Oh, I
90s.
always love that. Virtual reality.
Mm.
I love that fucking
Speaking of
jam.
movies about the internet from the 90s, I read a thing that I guess when the movie launched, because we had websites for movies at this point already.
Yeah.
The internet did exist. I guess
It
they
was
did.
dial-up.
They did a thing on their website the day it launched to make it look like the website had been hacked, and there was like digital graffiti on there, whatever, basically telling people to go see the net instead.
Oh, wow.
What a choice.
Which might be why this movie only
Yeah.
made $7 million.
And you said, what, hour 40?
Yeah, hour 45.
It's great.
Felt tighter. Like,
Yeah.
it was good. It didn't feel long, except for my one complaint was they go with the same visuals too often. Where
Yeah.
it's like, we get it. You're lingering on this shot. Move on, and we can shave this down by 6-7 minutes.
Yeah. So the last thing I want to talk to you guys about, I want you guys to guess, because I have a list
42.
of people that Ian Softly auditioned for Angelina
Ooh.
Jolie's role. So
Okay,
it's 1995.
95.
We have
Winona
two
Ryder.
fairly unknown people, I think. Well, I guess they're not all fairly unknown. One of them is very big at this point, but
I'm saying Winona Ryder.
no Winona Ryder. That was on this
Marissa Tomei.
list. Nope. I got Hilary Swank,
Helen Hunt.
Oh.
Heather Graham.
Helen Hunt? Helen Hunt? Auditioning as what, the grandma?
The mother.
What did we just
Wait, what
watch?
part
Helen
is
Hunt-
she? She's the girlfriend.
Oh, she
in
was the hot girl in Trancers.
Trancers.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Helen Hunt.
She's never been the
Dude,
hot girl
oh.
in anything.
Oh.
Go
in
watch
this-
Trancers.
go watch
She is
Trancers.
smoking.
All right.
She's also 21. But
Yeah.
Okay.
So Hilary Swank, Heather Graham, and Liv Tyler are the ones
That
I
was my
had.
next fucking guess.
Yeah.
Liv Tyler would be tough to believe any computer
She's not
jargon.
smart. No, I like Angelina Jolie for that.
I think you cast the best role. My big complaint for
Liv
the
Tyler
casting
was
is
already-
the main guy, Dade. He's flat. Like he's obviously not
Well, it's
American.
because he's trying to be American.
Exactly, pal. I'm doing it flawlessly. It's just he's boring. Everybody else I think fits the role very well. The dude
Oh.
played Nikon's great.
Obviously, I liked him. My
I
screen name
kn-
is Zero Cool. So.
I fucking
Well, you
love
like the
Johnny Lee
character.
Miller.
yeah.
You like the character.
Johnny Lee Miller. If you ever
put
listen to this, I love you.
If you put even fucking, I can't even think of a guy. Keanu Reeves would kill right here.
Yeah, but he'd already done
Oh.
Point Break.
He's already
He
doing,
ain't doing
Johnny
your Hackers
Mnemonic
movie.
right now.
Yeah, I guess he was doing your
He
Hackers
was doing
movie.
that, but that's just that's my one tiny thing that if I could go back in the past and instead of killing Hitler, I would replace this guy.
You just got to right the wrongs in history.
You gotta
know?
right the right wrongs.
Yeah. So that's the end of that movie. We all recommended it. You should watch it.
Yeah,
we
please
watched
do.
it on the Shout Factory 4K, which I think is still available. But I think you can stream it.
Not paying us.
They never are.
We are paying them.
Yes, we are.
I tell people in case they are also physical media fans and they want to know where to
No,
find
it's a
it.
good thing. Because I had somebody ask one day, like, oh, I found this DVD, but it's on this site. Kino Lorber? Is that a trusted thing? That sounds kind of hacky. I was like, oh, no. Because of Derrick, I know that Kino Lorber is definitely
Yeah.
where you go to get this movie. It was some old World War II movie as well. I was like, get that.
That's one of their big things. Is
Yeah.
old shit that no one's ever seen.
Yeah.
So it is available right now for free on Prime, Roku, Tubi, and you can also pay to rent it or buy it on Amazon, Apple TV, etc. So
Well, it's worth probably $4 going to be to rent it.
yeah,
like-
$3.89 to rent it, $3.99 on Apple
Yeah, get
because
that,
they
dude.
need that extra 10 cents.
Send that and have a great time with it. Watch it with some friends, and you don't need to be drinking, but it's not going to hurt.
It's just a lot of fun.
a lot of fun.
All I'm saying is when we say we like this movie, no one here is saying this movie should have won any awards.
No awards
It's just a
won.
lot
It's
of
a
fun.
fun movie to watch.
It might be up for a Giuseppe on Best
And, like,
Nerps.
And like
yeah.
my guest Jacqueline here said, my co-host, it has a wonderful soundtrack for it. It
Yeah,
matches the movie perfectly. The
Yep,
time,
yep.
everything.
You're making a 90s movie. You made it sound like it.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes, it was.
So next week we are doing our Durka Classic Movies installment for the month, which I did watch ahead of time, Jack.
Oh, finally, dude.
Is it Tracers?
No, that's not old enough. Trancers, by the way, which stars Tim Thomerson, who was in Cherry 2000.
Who the fuck is Tim Thomas?
He was in Cherry 2000. He led the swinger cult that was barbecuing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
know what I'm
also in
talking
Who's
about.
Harry Crumb. Got it.
Yeah. But the movie for next week, I believe, is 1954. It might be 58. I can't remember the date now, but it's called Kurisu, Beast of the Amazon. And you can guess what it's about.
I'm not excited.
It's
A
fun.
snake.
Ish.
Sounds
It's got
like,
a really cool movie monster.
sounds like drinking scotch.
Is it a snake?
No, you watched it. Well, you didn't watch
Snake.
it. You were next to me while I watched it.
Did I look up and see the monster?
You did.
Was it a snake?
The lead,
Snake, snake,
The
the
snake.
lead guy. The lead guy is
Snake.
like a tough white guy whose name is Rock.
Oh,
You know,
Are you sure I watched it?
you were sitting next to me. Don't forget to check out our Patreon at patreon.com/worstpeople. $3 a month. You get extra episodes every month. You get Han Took Shots first, early, and ad-free.
thank you to the people that are Patreon members.
Yes, thank you to our
Appreciate you.
patrons. We will have more content in the future too. Besides just that, we need more patrons to justify the time and labor that goes into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a labor of love, but also it's a labor.
Please, if you love us,
the amount
just
of
be a
time that
patron.
Derrick spends editing.
Girl.
Because the recording is not the worst thing in the world. It's fun. I have a great time with you guys.
Yeah,
But we can't just release it that way.
no.
So now we
Unless you guys really want to listen to 4.5 hours of us talking about Hard Target.
All right, you can send me the Derrick cut of that one.
The unedited.
Send me the Derrick cut.
And then our episode this month on Patreon will be on Tremors, the original with Kevin Bacon, Fred Ward,
Victor Wong.
that girl from Victor Wong, that girl from Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah,
She's a wee baby
fake
in that.
Corey Feldman.
But yes, thank you, Vasion, of course, for our opening and closing music. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Go throw money at Patch. He works at the Moon on
Yes.
4th Avenue in Tucson, Arizona.
Like literally run into the moon right next to Bison Witches and be like, "Is Patch here?" We're like, "Yeah, he'll come right out." And comes out. Just throw him like a $20 bill and be like, "Fuck evasion," and run out.
I love it.
So that's it for this week. I've been Derrick.
I'm Crash.
I'm Jack.
Hack the planet!
Zero cool. I don't even have a vagina.